hilly fucking gravel roads is a pain in the ass to get up and down, but my truck crawls in and out, no problem.
Yeah, nobody grades my road.
To get out, I have a four-wheel drive, but it has only 2 gears.
Down here, you have to worry about living in too low of an area for floods.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah, my other's got 343,000 on it now.
My Honda Element's at 73. Yeah, 273. No, 173, my bad. So I still got another 100 on there.
Yeah.
It's all-wheel drive. That last snowstorm, it got around real good.
On easy, yeah, it should be a 500,000 mile car, easy.
Yeah.
You remember that Toyota truck John Flower used to have, that little silver Toyota truck?
Yeah.
He had 350,000 miles in that thing and wrecked it twice.
Yeah, it was a Tacoma. It was a Toyota.
Yeah, little Toyota. That sold me right there. Like, if I ever got any kind of a vehicle like that, it'd be a little Toyota, because that thing...
Yeah, Toyota's got a pretty solid four-wheel drive system under it.
No, it wasn't even four-wheel drive.
All right, gentlemen, let us dive into tonight's episode of The World of Skell. This is episode 53, and all are in attendance. And a quick recap of the last game. You all were just finished with dealing with the evil cob and the corn maze of death, and you searched the area for treasure or other things, and you all rolled terribly and found a few coins, I think, and a sack with 3 ceramic containers, probably of some type of liquid, and you pocketed those things and then carried on your way. But as you were getting ready to carry on your way, the druid decided to go and, well, this is the next morning. You guys made camp, and then in the morning, while you all were doing your daily routines and prayers and studying of spells and sharpening of weapons, etc., the druid decided to have a talk with one of the trees that were magically being restored to the area. And he was told that the trees were not treated well, and were told a story of some type of beings that were in the area and infected the land with evil and malice, and that a short distance away they may find clues that might help them. And so they went to investigate. And at first what they thought was a series of large rocks that were poking out of the ground or had not been completely covered. After an aerial view by the druid and the archmage, it was determined that it was actually a giant skeleton that was semi-underground. And so they went and did some poking around there, when, of course, the skeleton started to move, and it came out of the ground and stood some 90 to 100 feet tall. And the group started to attack. And they carried out some attacks of magical nature and melee. They did not seem to have a ton of effect on such a gigantic entity. But the mage Bartholantis polymorphed the gigantic skeleton with a very unlucky saving throw and turned it into a halfling-sized version of itself in the pit of mud that I think Pykel had cast a spell and created dirt to mud. And so the giant sank down in there, and Shadrach went up to try to either pull up its head or pull it on it or something, and he couldn't quite get a firm grasp, and the thing climbed out, and it looked at Shadrach, but there was something about Shadrach it didn't apparently either like or didn't see in Shadrach what he was needing to see. And then it moved past Shadrach and went up to Guy and Pykel, and for some reason Pykel caught its attention, and it reached out and crumbled into a pile of bones, but at the same time imparted some type of ancient wisdom to the dwarf. And the dwarf was consumed with greed and avarice over the pile of giant coins that this giant had dropped, and I think it had fallen on Shadrach. And so after a brief scuffle, Pykel he regained his senses and learned that the giant coins, which at the time I said were 3 inches, but I'm going to say, just imagine, if you will, the size of a CD. That way you can visualize the size, but more like a 1/4 inch thick of platinum. And there was a lot of these coins and a pile of them. And Pykel knew that these coins would be important if they were to continue to face giants in the future. And this is the wisdom that was imparted by this skeleton of an ancient, long-dead giant. Or Titan, if you will. So going back to the coin situation now, you got all those platinum coins from the where the evil cob maze was, I think.
Yes.
And you haven't counted and or sorted the coins that the giant dropped, if I remember correctly.
Yes, we have.
You have. And so how many was there?
Giants had.
It is
3.
500 each on the copper and 250 each on the platinum.
That's what we found in the field. That's not the giant.
Yes.
Okay, so that's...
I thought that's what Cobb asked.
We didn't count the giant.
Okay. So you guys were discussing what to do next with the coins.
Count the coins and put them in the cart.
That is where we stopped. So if you all would like to take over this particular scene, at the moment there does not appear to be anything threatening or menacing in the area, at least that is not well hidden, and that somebody is squeaking
Bad.
and Daryl has his hand up.
Vanessa will say that she thinks it's a bad idea to take these coins with us. This is going to make us a target for any would-be highwayman and any sticky finger thief in Tila. I like Bartholanthis's idea of taking them to a secure place. Each of us take some, and then if we get in a situation where we need to bribe a giant, I can see that, but I have no intention of buying slaves from the giants or taking them a long lost wealth of treasure. I think it's this evil Cobb is still emanating and trying to trick us into taking all this gold, this lost trove, back to the giants. That's just my opinion on it. Y'all can do whatever you like. Michael, it's your cart. But I just wanted to say that's my piece.
Got it.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get. Go ahead.
Jason?
Your mic is off, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Guy has said that Paco can take all the copper he wants. He's not carrying any copper. Shad is not. In fact, Shad throws his platinum on the ground and says, I don't want this.
All right.
You can all
Don't
have
be ridiculous, Shadrach. This will go a long way to creating our new temple in the north. I know that you're not a man of wealth, but
You take it then.
you understand that, you know, people need money to make things to get by.
My people didn't.
Well, to pay craftsmen to build a temple.
This is money of the dead and I don't want it. Guy says,
Okay.
I'll take it.
Go ahead.
I'll take it, by God. But, milady, you want to build a temple? You take it.
Oh, I'm not going to get in the way of your wealth. I have my share.
Well, then there's 250 platinum laying there, everybody. So,
All right. Let's
to
go
make
ahead.
it even, Shad will keep 10 coins. And each of you get whatever.
Now, just remember, this is what we just established. There's been no counting of this huge stack of giant coins, not stack,
No.
but a pile. And they are the size that I described, so remember,
Vanessa took 5.
Shad took
We
one.
need to save those. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure it's gonna save us.
go ahead,
Yeah,
Brad.
like-
Go ahead, Brad.
So let's count it. Michael, put it in the cart for now.
All right.
Is the leather pouch that you described still intact?
You
Yes.
said you had a bag of holding.
I do.
Then it'd probably be safer than there. Will it hold all this?
I don't know. I don't know how much there is.
Well,
There's a lot.
Quarter-inch CD-sized fucking coins, man. It's gonna weigh a ton.
you said 1,500 yet to the
No,
thing.
1,500 was our other platinum we found in the bin.
Oh, okay.
This is different.
Remember, give you guys each 40 of the other platinum, because that's what Shad threw out there was 240, so you each get...
I didn't pick it up. But Brad said he did.
Yeah,
Yep,
I'll pick it
he
up.
sure did.
So you and I split it. 120 each.
I don't. All right, then. I was going to say, anybody who wants... Shad isn't going to care if you fight over it or not.
I'm not fighting. If anybody wants anything,
No.
we can take.
Ooh, that's a good chunk of platinum.
Yep.
As far as the giant coins goes, he isn't sure what to do with them.
Alright, so we load them in the portable.
Chop him in the cart.
Well, let's put as many... Let's not kill the donkey, huh? Let's not overload the damn thing and have it sink in the creek.
Let's see
Let's
how
load
many
in the
there are.
bag and the cart.
Yeah, we should dump it out of the bag so that we can put the bag in the cart.
I'm talking
Right.
about his portable hold, his bag of holding.
Yeah.
Let's count it first, find out how much we got.
Alright.
I can help count.
He says, how high can you count, Boris?
All the way to 10.
Not even 20?
How much is 20?
Your hands and your feet.
Double 10.
Oh.
Your fingers and toes.
Well, I don't know much about that, but I do remember the time that I had my fingers caught in the stump and it wouldn't come out. My friends were laughing.
least you got
Nebula told them to shut up, and she pulled my hand out. I miss my sister.
We'll get your sister.
That's all I got to say about that.
Well, I'm vowed to help you get her back. So there.
Ah, shit.
Chad,
We're counting coins.
Hold on.
Very close.
One at a time. Go, Michael.
I said we're counting coins and putting them on the card. I don't know what's in your bag, Brad, or how much your bag will hold, or whether you know when it's reached its limit.
There's just a ton of shit in my bags. I got 2 of them.
I think a lot of it we should keep in the bag as much as we can and hide the rest in the car.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, just don't kill the donkey.
All right. So who is counting? Who is counting the coins? Looks like Bart. Okay. So is anyone else doing anything while Bart is counting? Yes, Boris.
Boris is keeping guard. He's staying alert and watchful and just roaming around the area, keeping his eye out for any small game or intruders. Vanessa will be looking for a few items, like spell component type items and a stick and a stone.
Okay. How about Michael? What's he up to right now?
3 feet. 6.
Yeah, I don't know, 4 foot something.
Okay, well,
I guess
you
he'd be
just
helping Bart count and move as he counts.
okay.
Helping Bart.
How about Guy and Shadrach? What are they up to?
Guy is going to stand by while they count the coins and just kind of like keep an eye on them and keep an eye on, the group. While Boris goes on patrol, Guy's going to hold position, like he said, and kind of like, he's just watching them count. He's not worried about a miscount or anything like that. Chad will take one of the giant coins.
Don't repeat that word for dinner, okay?
I'm sorry, can you say that again? Shadrach is what?
Chad is going to take one of the giant coins and examine it closely.
Okay. So while the counting's going on, you guys can hear the clanking of, it's almost like somebody's playing horseshoes, the sound that's coming from these coins getting moved and stacked. I would like Boris to roll a d12, please.
Active cost 5.
All right. And Shadrach, as you examine one of the coins, it's heavy. It is the size that I described earlier. On one side, it has the stamping of a face sideways. The face appears to be of a masculine nature, human possibly. Very distinctive look, as if someone is attempting to make this piece of art or stamping, not like a fat hobo type, but a, what is that squeaking I hear? That has to stop. Okay.
Great.
Nope.
I'm turning off my mic.
So it's more of a it's more of a, I don't know. I dare to say regal because you don't that can be deceiving, but that's the idea that it's giving off. Yes, Shadrach.
Aquiline.
I'm not familiar with that word. What does that mean?
The Roman nose, a very, like a hawk face.
All right, sure, we'll go with that. And then on
It looks handsome. It doesn't look like you said like a slob.
the back side, the reverse side of the coin is stamped with some what appears to be lettering, but it is not known to you. There's odd symbols thrown in with things that appear to be almost letters of the southern tongue, and what appears to be you would recognize as a bunch of grapes.
That's a food.
So after a time, the coins are counted, and there are 372 of these giant coins. They weigh approximately 1 pound each.
How many cubic feet do they take up?
Well, let's see. If you were to somehow, I mean, it's hard to tell. I'm not sure how I can give you that information without you doing something.
How big is the sack that was holding them? That would be some indication.
The sack was like, as you take a look at it, it's like 10 foot across, and
I pull a small chest out of my bag of holding, and I open it up. It's a really secure chest. I had it made several long time ago. I can put 14 cubic feet.
okay, so what you're referring to, Brad, is a spell.
Right, actually, I have it already made up. I already had one made up a while back.
Okay. And what does this chest look like?
It is made of ebony and has gold and silver, like hinges and fittings, and all the hardware is all gold, silver. It's an expensive looking chest. I pull the little one out of my pocket and I bring the big one into the beam.
Okay.
That's a big chest. Oh, yeah. This whole damn thing. But I'll put as much of the coin in there as it can hold.
I was gonna, my arm? Yeah. Paco's gonna grab like, how much would all the copper pieces weigh total? If 3,000 copper pieces, how much would that weigh? Can anybody give me a number?
I have no clue.
Those coins are 50 per pound, so 3,000 divided by 50 is 600.
Paco wouldn't be carrying 3,000.
Or
He'd be
No,
carrying-
60.
I just wanted to see how much he could carry. It's like, yeah, I didn't think he could carry That's 600 pounds of
No,
copper.
60 pounds.
Oh, 60 pounds of copper.
You said 50 coins were a pound?
Yeah, the ones that were found, that's the normal weight.
Yeah, okay. I'm making sure I wrote it down right.
Paco will take 500 copper for himself.
And that would be one of either Gee's or Shadrack's share that they didn't pick up. Each of us had 500.
The cart can carry quite a bit of weight.
That's good.
All right, Brad,
We'll say that
so...
any extraneous coins should go towards purchasing a boat, if that's what
Yeah.
we're going to do.
Or chartering, or
I'm sure
Right.
we have enough money. He will pipe up and say, hey, there's enough money here to buy an army.
You have to roll to see if we can get a planar creature fucking encounter.
These giant coins, wow, that's a lot of platinum. I've seen
That
gold.
skeleton.
Yeah, this will save us from the giant. I know it. The giant told me.
You know why? You're going to make it be like heads or tails, bitch.
Okay, so the duration that the spell lasts is 60 days.
Right.
So,
Weird.
I would like, Jason, you got your dice, right?
Yeah.
Roll percentile, please.
Hang on. $27.
Okay. So Bart, you determined that you can fit all of these giant coins in your secret chest if you so desire.
Okay. Load them up in your... It's easier to keep them there than anywhere else.
-1, because, like I said, Chad kept them.
How many coins were there?
371 is in there now.
Alright.
I think Vanessa said she grabbed 5 of those
That's correct.
as
I'll
well.
make it 356.
I thought Cobb just factored that in when he told you the amount.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Cool.
Alright, let's get out of here with this stuff.
TV trying to cast a spell trap.
If you guys want, Vanessa says, I could cast a spell that would allow us to continuously march until we get to our destination without needing to take a rest or a break. But if you don't want to do that, I'm willing to take the time, just rest every night.
How far is Tila? 2?
You tell me. Are we even on the right path?
That's
After
true.
that maze, we don't know. We know we're heading south, but
Now we can do find the path.
yeah.
Now we can do find the path. Let me go look at it.
Well, as soon as we find the shore, we can always go find Tila. We have a map.
Well, for now we get on our way back to the main trail, back to the road that we were on, and continue to head south. Yes, fellas?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Forward.
Alrighty, so do you guys take any sort of order or organization to your trip, or is it just a bunch of guys heading south? Daryl's got his hand up.
Vanessa will travel near the cart. Boris will take the lead.
Axel will lead his donkey.
I'll take it back again. Shit.
Guy will go in front with Boris. We'll go side by side if you want to do that. If you want to
Very good.
It's up to you. Shad will follow Guy and Boris.
All right. And where's Paco?
Paco is with the donkey. Paco says that I can guide the donkey. You guys just worry about keeping everybody alive.
That's a good plan.
All right.
Just let me take care of the donkey. You guys don't worry about it. He's
I'm
like,
worried
yeah.
about your interest in my donkey.
Paco looks at you all sad face. He's like, he's a good man with animals, and he laughs.
All right.
I've seen his wife. Ooh. Oh, Paco, you know better. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Take it.
Having time of your life, admit it.
1 second.
I'm gonna get Paco knighted. That's Guy hasn't said that out loud, but that he intends to do that. I think Paco is deserving of a knighthood, or at least a first level as a fighter or something. He's been through a lot of stuff. He's seen a lot of stuff.
All right.
He did what me and you did, Boris. He died too. Paco shared.
Oh, yeah.
As I said, when we get back to civilization for real, I'm gonna, what do they say?
Plant one on him.
For Paco's knighthood.
Plant
I'm
one
going to
on
promote
him.
it. He doesn't know that yet, but
That's
I will.
That's fucked up.
You like that shit?
I did not like it at all. I did not like it at all. Okay, so
Nope.
overland travel once again. So I would like, let's see, how about, we'll just go left, we'll go clockwise here. Bart, you're up first. Roll a d12.
Okay.
All right. That day, nothing happens. You continued on south along this trail. Sometimes it's widens out a little bit as villages are passed through. None of the villages are more than like really small with some farming and things of that nature. They're the types of villages where they have to travel to a bigger village to find the blacksmith and market day and things of that nature. So,
He said we should avoid civilization until we get to some real civilization. I don't think we need to draw too much attention to ourselves.
Stay on the
If we did
road.
travel through a village, I would buy another donkey.
Hey.
Or a horse.
Yeah.
Or draft
Yeah.
horses.
He gets, yeah. Let's see if they got some horse sleds around here.
well, so
Yeah, we do need to find some, we need provisions.
so far you haven't come through any villages without, unless you're willing to go to people's homes and knock on the door. You have not come across any place with that level of mercantile.
Alright, that was just my thought. If we pass
You
this
did
place,
get
we
your
could
spell, right,
buy a
Vanessa?
horse.
No.
Oh. Well, I'm all for it. Let's hustle.
Just keep that in mind, Cap.
So that night, unless there's any specific things that you want or need to do, you may camp and Hearing nothing. Oh, there's Boris with his hand raised.
Vanessa would like to cast 3 spells
And where would she like to do this?
during camping time,
Okay.
before bed.
All right. And all right, we'll come back to you with those. What does Shadrach want?
Shadrach, since I don't have to rest for any spells, really, will turn into an owl and go up in a tree.
Okay. Well, that's pretty simple. You pull forth the mana and you seek to attune yourself to an owl, and that's what happens. You transform and your arms pull into your body and wings grow out and you go shorter and until there's an owl, and there's an owl that looks like
a barn owl.
There's an owl that
Like
looks an owl. And what is your distinguishing mark that would let someone know that this is Shadrach in owl form versus some other owl?
Well, I look like a barn owl, so that's pretty distinctive.
The DM is asking for something like, one of Shadrach's wings has the markings of the Green Man, or Shadrach's scimitar appears on the underside and his feather in his down, or something, or his eyes look like Shadrach's whenever he's exhibiting his bull strength, or just something like that.
I was going to say, right before you got to that, the owl's eyes look like human eyes. Look like Shad's green eyes, yeah. The owl has green eyes, which would be unusual.
Yeah, because I've never seen that with David Attenborough saying, "Oh, and there's the green eye." Okay.
I mean, they're mostly gold and yellow. That's the only ones I've ever seen.
All right. So, hearing or seeing no one else with wanting to do anything specific, we will transition over to Vanessa.
She's going to take the stone that she gathered, which is about half the size of a fist. Not her fist, a human fist. And she's going to cast Continual Light on that. And then she's going to take the piece of wood, the branch that's about 12 inches long. She's going to cast Warp Wood and try to invoke the power of the blend to bend the wood to her will to hold the stone that she had cast the spell upon in a fashion that it's like, I'll say it's like a flashlight. So it holds it, but it's open on one end so you can hold it like a wand and the stone will cast light.
Okay.
And the third spell is not applicable because Shadrach is not where to be found.
So this is just for me wanting to the coolness factor. Can you give me a little bit more cooler detail on the rod with the stone in it? Like, what is it that first of all, what is it that you're hoping to achieve with it other than the basic, it'll keep it there, it won't fall out or whatever? Is there any other thing about it that should be unique or known?
There is a helical twist to the handle area. I don't have any engraving skills, but I'm just going to twist the wood to look like the blend helical shape, and the rooty end of the stick, I want the roots to grow out and encircle the stone, so there's a spiral pattern kind of at the end, or a twist I should say, like a snail shell looking, where the roots twist around to lock it in place.
Do you say anything, or let me make it more. Do you do anything in your components of the spell which could make it look cooler than that?
Well, I haven't looked up the components,
It's just verbal and
and I will
somatic.
do that at this moment.
It's just verbal and somatic. So you're doing hand gestures
Okay.
and talking in your native tongue. Your two.
So you're just asking me if I want to cast a spell?
Well, but I'm
I
giving
thought it was.
I'm giving
Yeah, I
you the
thought it was
chance
verbal and
to make
somatic.
it cooler.
In the name of the blend, let the light, the holy light of the blend, focus into this simple stone so that it may light the way for all who need to see. In the name of the blend, and I rub my hand on the stone until the light begins to spark and begins to glow with the light of the sun.
Okay.
And then I take the stick and I place it toward the knotted, rooted end that I'm wanting to encompass.
Okay. So
Definitely lend your strength to this piece of wood and twist it to hold the stone irrevocably in place so that it may protect and give light for those who need to find the way to the blend.
all right. So I want Vanessa. All right, I got something in mind here, but I'm wanting to do it in a cool way.
I like cool ways.
You cool, man?
Ah! Cling!
What's your frequency?
I would like you to roll your sculpting proficiency.
Very good.
Oh, Vanessa's
We're gonna-
liberal art paid off.
We're gonna be like Fonzie. What's Fonzie like? He's fucking cool.
He sits on it.
Okay, I rolled a 9, and then when I add that to my proficiency, I get a 28.
All right. Not only does the double helix start to form, if I remember correctly, you're saying down like at the other end.
On the handle.
Yeah, but you think about your intent, and besides there being light coming from this stone, your intent, as you stated, unless I misheard that as well, was to be like a flashlight. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So-
So it casts a beam forward.
So you hold the thing up and you're moving your hands around and you beseeched your God. And not only does the wood go ahead and double helix, but instead of just at the bottom, it gives like I don't know what it's called, but it's like if it was like it adds to the grip, but it's not as deep as it travels up, but it's still there, so you can see it. There's a word for slightly carving lines in wood. I just don't know what it is.
Scrimshaw or texture would work.
And not only that, but there's like this cup that forms around the stone, and you notice that the wood becomes like lit up and you hear this weird sound coming from where the stone and the wood come together, and you see that the wood is somehow taking on an appearance of being polished, like someone has done furniture wood over time and taken cloth and just rubbed on it and rubbed on it and rubbed on it, but it's not cloth, it's the power of your faith. And then you think about a lantern and how lanterns have hoods and they can be closed or opened, and you think about a warrior's helmet with a visor that goes up and down on a hinge point, and you create a hinge point with a wooden, like a acorn top that can be pulled back or pushed over the top of the rock to take the light off or open it up. And by the time you're finished, you have this workable...
Oh, the strength of the blend is amazing. And she prays with her hands outstretched. Thank you, Cobb.
I see all this, and it says there's something missing. And he writes, Lord Liggett in the side. Which translates the dwarven equivalent of Maglite.
Nice.
So,
I couldn't have hoped for better.
You can
Thank
you can add that to your inventory. You have a continual light bullseye rod.
Nice.
And let me look up the specifics for continual light, because that is what spell you cast.
I think
If I remember correctly,
Okay,
it does deteriorate the hard material, but it takes a long time. That's why I tried to choose a hard stone.
Yeah, it's
So-
like a battery.
it has
For quite a while.
It has a range of 60 feet, which is 12 squares. So obviously it starts at you, and then
Right.
when it's fully open, it will be a 45-degree spread
Cone.
to the cone. That's the right word. So there you go.
Very good.
Remember having the bag full of rocks with continual light on them? You just throw them down a hallway or a pit.
Yeah.
And so whenever Brad, I don't know if you remember, but so whenever I ask you how you cast your spell and what you do, if the more you role play that, then I try to make the outcome neater than just, well, now you have this thing and there it is.
I got you.
Okay. So if Daryl would have rolled a 1 on his sculpting, then,
It'd have been like a rubber band. Bow, 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 bow.
Okay.
You
So,
aim it right, no matter which way you turn it. So like in your face, up, or
Since you were walking around going, look at that nature. Whacking everybody in the eye.
yeah. Yeah, thanks, man. No, I can't see.
all right.
But then also, casting continual light between somebody's eyes is a pretty good thing to do.
Yeah.
I'll screw you up.
Catch it on your helmet.
So,
No. Casting between your eyes is an offensive spell. You're blind.
Yeah.
You've got like a halon light in your face.
you guys take care of your evening jam, and then you turn in, and are there any watches?
Typical one.
Boris will participate.
Chad will take a watch as an owl.
Oh.
All right.
I'll take last watch, I guess. feel like it's starting much
If
closer.
anybody's trying to sneak up on us, they'll think nobody's taking watch, and I'm up there doing the hoo-hoo.
Okay, I would like Shadrach to roll a D. Oh, and then I don't know if you guys did the whole meal thing in the evening, but you guys have a fire, or do you put that out?
You get berries. Really hard.
Only if the weather calls for it, do I want to
It's
start.
a nice time of year, so I don't think we need a fire. Chad, of course, doesn't care because he's an owl, but Guy doesn't care. We can eat. We're in the home stretch. We need to just grin and bear it.
All right.
Fine without a fire.
All right, Shadrach, roll a D12.
A 3.
All right, who's on third watch?
Bart?
I was gonna say Guy does the morning thing. Guy's the morning guy, but whatever you want to do, Bart.
Yeah, take the third watch.
Well, you share it with Guy then.
Okay.
Okay, nothing happens. All right. So in the morning, unless somebody has something they want or need specifically to do, you pack up and set off, and Shadrach has his hand up.
While I'm still in owl form, I just want to do a quick look around while everybody's packing up, because I don't need to do any packing up. I'm going to see if I can find a snake skin or something like that. I know that's kind of obscure, but this is the time of year when snakes will be out and shedding their skin. So I'll take a chance. Unless you think I can collect that as a component without issue.
An owl would certainly have better eyesight.
Okay, hold on here. Let's see.
I don't need a huge amount. I just need the classic pinch of snake skin. It's for a certain spell I would like to cast in the near future. It's a good spell. It's a very powerful. Also, a tortoise shell or something like that. I'd like to find something like that. But that's all. Unless you think I can just collect these things easily, that's fine.
In the morning, I'll get suited up in my armor.
Okay, Brad, we'll come back to you here in a second.
Alright.
Yeah, just if I need to roll something, just tell me what I need to roll.
Well, that's what I'm looking up here. Hold on.
So snake
okay.
skin, turtle shell.
STM. Let's see what those mean. No, let's go to the bottom here. I'm gonna get a little. Okay. 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 So the snake skin is an uncommon item. There's the idea is that there's rare, uncommon, and common. So I would like you to roll a D20, and I'm going to take into effect the owl looking.
13.
13. Okay. You find a snake skin, and the turtle shell you don't find, but you know that those are common things that are in places that sell like pieces of art or things that's the kind of thing that when people find it, they'll decorate it and...
Yeah, a lot of jewelry is made with tortoiseshell. That's true.
So, there's your answer for you. And then we come, Bart.
I just put my armor on for the first time. Too.
Okay. Do you do it by yourself?
Well, G's up with me. I'll have him help me, if you will.
Well, that's up to you to role play.
Gee, I need some help over here, man.
What? What do you need my help with, wizard?
The armor I got. I put on. I never had it on before.
Paco, help him with his armor.
Cool.
That's Sergey, you forget.
Sergey?
He should speak like this, then.
Hey!
Big count, Gee.
Sergey.
Sergey. Oh, Sergey. Oh, but my patron is Count Ludovico. So.
Okay, so at some point you all see Prince Bart wearing this dark armor, and Bart, if you would like to describe what the other people see upon your body.
It's black leather armor. Well, not leather. It's scale. It's kind of hard to see me with it on.
You're blending into the environment?
It obscures my shape.
Is it
Yeah, kinda.
displacement or what?
Something like that. Yeah. It's like a blur almost. It's weird.
Does it remind me of Blackout?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, is that from that damn dragon?
Oh yeah.
Paco steps away and looks at his hands after touching it, and he goes, "That was magical armor?
Yep.
That was a dragon's scales?
Yep.
Master, I've touched the dragon scales." And he's kind of impressed. He's like, "Wow, you got any more of that?"
No.
I didn't think so.
I helped take that dragon down, didn't I?
Huh?
Didn't I help take the dragon down?
We didn't take it out. We didn't take Blackout out. We brought him back, basically.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he gave you the scales to the friend.
Yes. Yeah.
Blue Bolt was the one we killed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
No.
But yeah, Paco was impressed. But you noted that he helped you very expertly to get your armor on. He made it like simple to do.
Cool.
Paco's an expert at what he does.
Squire.
He knows how to get guy dressed in undressed.
But I have been training with him to fight a little bit, so like I said, I think Paco's worthy of an upgrade.
All right, anything else before you guys set off?
I will stay in owl shape unless somebody, and I will land on Finesse's shoulder, and unless somebody actually wants to talk to me, I'll stay in owl shape.
Ah, there you are.
I'll nibble her ear.
Okay. Roll for initiative. Oh. Okay. All right. So you take off and you travel again, and I would like Vanessa to roll a d12, please.
It's a 1.
Hey! Nice. I would like all of you to make charisma checks, please. So we'll just go around here. You're adding a D20 to your charisma.
Mr. Charisma's identical.
So we'll start with the top left and go around. Bart,
Ay, ay, ay.
Bart, what'd you get?
29.
29. And then we'll move over to Guy.
Ian got a 28.
And we'll go to Pike. Oh. Pikel?
Michael.
I got a toothless grin, and number 10.
Total?
That one plus my 9.
Uh-oh, implosion! Roll another D20.
19.
Okay. So just a regular failure. Okay. And then we go to Boris.
30.
Oh, okay. And then we go to Shadrach.
30.
And then we go to Vanessa.
There's a natural 1, giving her a total of 7.
Oh, implode! Roll
yeah.
again!
14. So plus 20 if I add my charisma again.
Correct? All right, so a total of 14. Okay, so that, okay, so we had,
We have established that non-humans are ugly.
Yeah.
Except for beautiful Prince Bartholance.
Okay, so we had 1, 2, 3, and 1, and then 1 extra failure. So, okay. So,
Roll a 1.
you all are traveling, and you're thinking about stopping for the midday break where you would get the horses some water and all that sort of thing. You
The
just
donkey?
the donkey, yes, the donkey.
What horse?
When I need, whose turn would it be? It'd be back to Bart. Bart? No.
Yep.
Yeah, it would be Bart. Roll a d10, please.
9.
9. All right. Just looking at this today. Where did you go?
Hey, Cobb, you be proud of me. Last night, before I went to bed, I watched The Three Stooges in Orbit.
Nice.
You know which one that is?
I do. That's the one with the land going helisub.
I thought that would be an awesome model kit. I did. I was like, that'd be an awesome model kit. I could probably, if I had the, I could do that with 3 model kits. All I need is an old stuff, an old German submarine, an old tank, and a helicopter prop. I could make that model kit. I'd probably sell that. I will work on that. I'd be like, genuine Three Stooges.
Okay.
That's what they have, aliens with the gems and the...
It wasn't even gems. It was just like Martians living in a castle in Hollywood, California, where this guy's building it. He was like, what? This is the premise. It's like the Three Stooges were like practically homeless, but they had a TV show. It's like, what's going on? And they were the Three Stooges' bravery was unreal. They were fearless. There was no fear. They only scared themselves. I don't care what anybody says. I think Joe Garita is a great dude.
I don't care what anybody says. I don't care either.
I like Joe Garita. I'm sorry.
I like Joe. He was alright.
And people are like, well, blah, blah. It's like, you know what? Mo picked him.
Yeah.
Personally. He's like, I want that guy. It's like, Mo picked him. Fuck you. Mo was the genius. I've read a lot about. I've got a Three Stooges scrapbook that I've read. It's like Mo was like Groucho. Groucho and Mo were the brains of the group. They didn't lose money. They consistently made money. Shemp and Curly were just rotten people. Poor Shemp. Shemp was afraid of water. Like a kiddie pool full of water terrified him. And he got out of being drafted in World War I by pissing himself in the draft office. Curly was a nice guy, but he lost all his money gambling. And he smoked and drank like a sailor, and that's what killed him. I mean, and Shemp too. Shemp was a notorious gambler and womanizer. A womanizer? That dude looked like a fucking truck hit him in the face.
Well, you know, it's always that guy, you know.
But you're right, yeah. These hideous people. It's like, look at all the people that Marilyn Monroe slept with, and you're like, what?
What?
All right, gentlemen. So as you can see, you've got you let the mule there, and you've unhooked it from the cart, and it's drinking its water, and I would like unless you're somewhere different, then you're kind of in the area that you said you would be.
Paco's tending the donkey.
But I will say that you guys can be wherever you want at this time. So we'll start with who the two guys are up front, Boris and Guy. So Boris, is there any place in particular you'd like to be on this map?
Oh, goodness. At the water's edge.
Guy?
I'll stand by and watch Paco water the donkey.
Shadrach?
He will stay where he is.
Vanessa?
Near the cart.
Move that over a little bit so you can actually fit on there. Okay, Pikel.
I get to the cart wherever I want.
Okay, that's fine. And Bart.
Near the cart.
All right. Okay. None of you are surprised. But coming out from behind this rock right here is that thing.
Sorry. I wish they did a zoom thing on it. Damn.
See that?
You're in the tiny square with it, and
Yeah, I guess if you guys have small screens, it's not really going to help.
right.
But anyway, an obvious giant steps out from behind that rock, and he says something in and does not seem happy to see you all, and it's time for actions. And we'll start with whoever's up front and closest. So the first one would be Boris.
That's the microwave beeping, I think, over at Clark's house.
Somebody.
Boris will say, "Everybody look at that." And he prepares, he readies an attack if he is attacked.
Okay. And then the next closest would be Guy.
He draws his sword two-handed and will attack if attacked.
Okay. Shadrach.
Casting.
Pykel.
Who's got one of them coins?
Pykel, action.
There's a
I would ask for somebody willing to coin.
there's a cart full of them right there.
Oh yeah. Michael would grab a coin and say,
Oh, they all fit in the chest?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Nope, they're in his magic chest, Pykel.
Okay, well,
Vanessa will pull one out and say, here, and flip it to you.
I'll say,
Do you speak Giantish?
No, I'm just making a similar noise.
Okay.
So you insult him.
I remember that.
You perfectly mimic him saying you're all gonna die.
Yeah, right back at you, buddy.
He thinks it's a good idea. Get
Okay.
that right.
So Pykel, your action is anything?
And it's holding up a giant coin and saying,
Okay. That would be Parlay. And Bart.
Cassie.
All right.
Is it around us or across from us, by the way?
Across from us.
Okay,
On the
yeah.
other side of the water.
Yeah, it's good to know where they are, Pykel.
Well, it's a very small screen.
I know.
And I think it's that thing there.
It's to the left.
It's actually 16 squares from the donkey and Paco and Boris.
Hey, we're eating dice.
All right. So I need Bart. You rolled last time, so it's Shadrach. Roll initiative. Beat a 9.
7.
All right. Nobody goes on very fast.
I go on one.
On fast, actions go before movement, so one goes.
Comprehensive languages is broadcasting.
All right.
So
That has a
I had
casting
to catch the
time.
creature, never mind.
That has the casting time of 1 round. So you begin casting the spell.
Oh, I gotta touch the creature. Don't I?
Let me see. Hold on. Oh, must touch the creature or the writing. That's correct.
Yeah, I ain't casting that. I'm casting magic missile.
Okay.
What are we doing here, Pat?
Yep. Can't understand these illegal attacks, right? Destroy what we don't understand. Let's do it.
It's the American way, goddammit.
It's a giant bad. Giant man bad.
Yeah.
Is he armed?
Yeah, he's got 2 arms.
Got both of them.
They're both
And how
bad.
many feet apart are they?
At
2.
least 2. At least 2.
2 feet. I mean, what?
Not 2, Rex.
You know what? We all look like Civil War generals.
All right, I'm waiting for you to cast the spell.
Oh,
Boom.
I cast yeah, magic missile. I guess,
Come on, Bart.
I'm working on it. Shut up. I start pulling magic from the ether and working with my hands, and I'll like figure streak 5 bolts towards it. Shriek out. And hit the target. So that's
5d4 plus 5.
Oh, the hell we got 40 quick.
Magic missile was devastating.
8. Well,
They might just
that's
call
when you do almost maximum damage.
It needs to be called machine gun.
And 8 is fuck. Well, I'm trying to get my math together now. 18.
I'm like you, I'm like, I can't manage
23 points.
More than 2 numbers in a row, give it up.
23 points.
Alright, 20. 23 you said?
Yes.
Alright. Wow, how did I have 23 written down already? That's amazing. Alright, your magic missiles fly through the air. Pow, 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 giant. Looks down at where the little smoking pits have struck it in its chest and neck and kind of like...
So much for talking.
Okay? Anybody else on fast? What's Vanessa's casting time?
It is on a different page.
That's how slow she is.
Yeah.
Casting time.
Just about got it.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Anybody else going on fast? Shadrach?
I would be, but it doesn't matter now.
I go on 5.
That's average. So yes, Michael, you will go right after. Well, while Vanessa is looking up her info, why don't you go ahead and do your parlay?
I'd say, hey there, let's not get all pissy about things. Sorry about those missiles. I'll let this go away.
Okay, yeah, you over the sound of the grunt blah blah blah. God damn.
I would do it dwarvish because giants are likely to might know dwarvish depending on what kind they are.
Unless you can speak the language, you just don't know the language. So, and
No,
unless
I said dwarves are likely to know dwarvish depending on what kind of dwarf, what kind of giant is it.
yeah, I don't.
Does the giant understand him?
If
I mean, dwarves grow up talking about giants all the time, so.
Well, they're having a drag race outside my place.
All right.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
a lot. Drag races and motorcycle races.
unless you have experience with giants, I mean, I can't give you that information. That's like, all you know is this is a tall humanoid giant for sure. What kind? Unless you
dwarves
have.
pretty much talk about because dwarven history is totally enthralled in giants because they took mountains back from giants and
Yeah, you just don't know.
Giant
Unless you
wars.
have non-weapon proficiencies or abilities that give you that kind of information, then you just don't know it. You can roll a non-proficient.
I would just say the common and hope for the best.
You can roll a non-proficient check if you'd like. Roll a d20.
Yeah, not 21.
Ah! Sorry.
should have converted to a 16 after I did with the phone, but
What did you roll?
I rolled a nat 20 at first, and I whacked it with the phone and turned it to a 16.
Explode. Roll again.
Alright. 15?
Okay. So that gives you a total of 35, which is a success. So, this appears to be a stone giant.
Alright, a stone giant may understand Dwarvish in the traditional Greyhawk or Forgotten Realms War. So now we'll be speaking Dwarvish.
By golly, it might just work.
By golly, like,
If not, he's gonna die.
Yeah, just wasting action, that's all.
This giant
Giant.
seems to be roughly between 15 and 20 feet tall. And all right. If it understood you, it did not. It did not look like it either gave a shit or acknowledged you.
Alright. Now that was my thing.
All right, Vanessa.
My casting time is a full round.
Okay. So we go now to average, which would be Shadrach.
Shadrach reaches into his pouch, producing his mistletoe. I'm casting Windlash, by the way. You see him take a deep breath in and say, Father of Winds, punish my enemies. And he blows into his hand, and the whip takes shape, and the wind is like spinning around him like a dust devil. Not hardcore or anything, but things are stirring around him in the wind, and he's looking, and I'll lash him if I can.
All right, and what is the range of the attack?
120 feet. Let me double check that. It's 5 yards per level, and I'm 8th level, so 60 yards. Or 40 yards, sorry. So it should be 120 feet, right?
That sounds right.
Okay.
But I'm no genius.
I'm not a smart man.
But I know what a giant is.
But have any of you read the book?
No.
Here's
Who does that?
Forrest Gump is not an idiot in the book. He goes and flies in space.
Yeah, here's an apple.
Like the Three Stooges?
Kind of. He's not an idiot. That's the thing. But people perceive him as an idiot.
he's
He's a savant.
He's slow, he's not stupid.
Yeah, he's not stupid.
He gets sour at the end.
People underestimate him consistently throughout his life. That's what the key is. And he just thinks that he just goes with it. He's like, wow, I must be dumb. You know?
All right. Roll the hit.
Roll the hit?
Roll the hit.
All right. Let that go here.
Oh,
I hit armor class of 4.
All right, your Windlash comes out. I'm sorry, that is a miss. You can see that it strikes him on his left shoulder, and he kind of just looks at it, and then looks back at you. Blah, 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 blah. Apparently you pissed him off.
Pissed it off.
All right, anyone
that
else?
must be magic.
I think Brad pissed it off.
All right, now we go to slow. Anybody?
Good job. Well,
I'm guessing not. And
You just say you shall not
The
pass.
loser's side of slow. It is the giant. He bends down, picks up that boulder right next to him, takes 2 steps, throws it right at the group. You all need to save versus paralyzation. All of you. Every character, every creature. So, what I'm going to do, hold on, don't roll anything yet. I'm going to call out. I'm going to call out.
Save.
I'm going to call out, and you're going to roll when I tell you to roll. We're starting with the who's in front. Boris.
8. And against paralyzation, I needed a 10.
All right. Do you have any reaction adjustment on your dexterity?
I do.
You would add
plus 2. So 10. I made it exactly.
that. Okay. The owner of the donkey needs to roll a saving throw versus paralyzation.
Alright. 11? What my donkey saving throw is?
That is a failure.
Tell me.
All right. Paco.
Bart's pulling the cart.
Shadrach, you're muted.
Paco rolled a 15.
Let's see if that's good enough. Saving throws. I should have that right here.
Paco should be first level by now, man.
Paco needs a 14. So he is successful. Okay. Then Guy.
He rolls an 11, he needs a 9, and that's without his dex bonus.
Shadrach.
This could be scary. Let's see here. Wow, Shadrach has an incredible save. Shadrach rolls a 10, I needed a 7.
All right. Pikel.
I rolled an 11 and he is 7.
Vanessa.
Let's think about dwarven priests.
10.
Crazy.
She needs a 7.
Yeah,
All right.
we got some tough ass paralyzation.
The cart. The owner of the cart. Please roll a item saving throw.
16.
That's successful. And last but not least, Bartholanthus.
We need a 10, well, 7, 8, 9, 10, and later action just got it. Barely.
Okay. Those of you that saved, you take, holy shit,
Oh, that's great.
2
That's
points,
awesome.
2 points of damage as you move out of the way or get barely scraped by the boulder that goes through that area. Those of you that failed,
You say 2?
I did say 2. Those
Okay, just make sure.
Those of you that failed, which as far as I know is only one person, you take 5 points of damage.
He
And
lives.
no, oh yeah, the donkey's the only one that didn't make their save. And hold on, Shadrach. And hold on here.
Said donkeys have 7 hit points, or I'm not.
Yeah, I just wanted to know how many hit points Paco had.
Paco has 10.
So he took 2, okay. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be right
There it
back.
is. Okay. Okay, mule. This mule has 20 hit points.
Yes. Alright.
So it's down to 15. And because it failed its save, that means the outer layer of whatever it's carrying has to save as well. So the mule had the saddlebags will save on an item saving throw. Then you're the owner of the beast, Clark, so you roll it.
I have tough shit. 16.
That is a success. Nothing happens. Okay, and then that's where the damage stops.
It's dwarven, mate. What do you expect?
Okay. And then we go to very slow. And then we go to the end of the round, and Vanessa was casting a spell that was taking the round.
That's correct.
And what spell is she casting?
Oh, heavenly blend, channel the power of the sunlight to blind my enemies and keep them at bay. Let him feel the power of the blend. And I cast Spark of Blinding, but as she starts to worry because she knows it only reaches so far. He stepped forward, but I'm afraid he's not within 45 feet of me, or 15 yards.
Well, 45 feet would be 9 squares, and without having to, well, I'll remeasure, but...
I think you already did, and I just didn't catch it until I had already called my action, so...
He is 17 squares away.
Yes, okay.
I'm sorry.
So she regrets
16.
the expenditure of mana, but feels the power of the spark in her hand fade.
So this is just for flavor. This has nothing to do with actual outcomes, but did she realize her mistake and then kind of it fizzled, or did she cast it and saw a spark at the limit of its range and was like, I'm just for flavor?
She did cast the spell, and it produced the spark. I imagined it in her hand. It flashed, but it couldn't go, it couldn't travel, it couldn't hit the intended target. So it just kind of flashed in her hand and was out.
Okay, so just that's fine. But as far as the spell goes, it says a brilliant but tiny spark of light to flash before a creature's eyes. So you could have it whatever way you wanted it. But all right, cool.
Yeah, it's just that he's out of range.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you gained something from that, where you're like, oh, now I know.
Yes.
Okay. So at the end of the round, none of the stated triggers happened. So you can take a half move, or you can take a missile attack. Boris has his hand up.
The trigger was if we were attacked, we would attack. That was my trigger anyway, and I would consider being disgraced by a boulder thrown at me an attack.
I would too.
So I definitely want to take an attack.
Go ahead.
I will run 30 feet forward and throw my spear.
All right. Going straight into the water?
Yes, unless it gets waist deep, and then I stop.
Okay, so it's not a drastic drop, but it does start to, so you're 5, 10, 15, and then it starts to affect your movement. So
that's when I launched the spear. I stopped there.
Okay. So that is, what is the range on your spear?
Let's see. Spear 246.
Okay, so 2 times 3 is 6. So you're 246.
That's what it says on my under short, medium, and long.
Oh, okay. So
It says
3 times 4 would be, okay, so you're at medium range right there. -2 to hit. Roll to attack.
all right. 10 is gonna hit an armor class of 2.
All right. You splash out into the water. Throw that spear. Aims right for him. Doo-doo! Strikes him right dead center in the chest, but then does not do any damage, and it falls to the ground. Clunk, and he kind of looks down.
That ain't good.
Okay, anybody else that was readying? That would be Guy and Shadrach, I think. Jace Shadrach has his hand up. You're on mute.
Mike?
Shadrach was going to take his half move. He will not walk into the water. He's like, what are you people doing? If Shadrach's half move takes him past Boris, he'll stop at Boris.
So what is half of your movement rate there, Shadrach?
6.
Actually, I think your movement is actually more than that. Your movement, oh no, that's 12. Okay, I thought it was more. Hold on.
He moves a lot faster than Shadrach does.
Let me just double check that. I don't want to rip you off here.
No, I had already read it.
I just don't know if I sent you the right thing.
Yeah, he's got 14 and Shad has 12. 12, yeah, Shad is just not.
Okay, all right. So yeah, so 6 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you'd be even, parallel, and then what?
I'll stop right there.
And then you're gonna try. No, you already did your one lash this turn. That's right. Okay. No, I did the wrong guy. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there. Shadrach. Guy is still behind Paco.
Well, Guy will move up to the shore because he was side by side with Boris before. They were at the shore. So Guy is at the shore. Move Guy to the shore.
He's there.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else want to take a half move? Pikel, Vanessa, or Bart?
Bart will step up the shore.
Get out of the water, you idiot!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. What about Vanessa or Pikel? Vanessa's got his hand up.
I would like to move to try and get within the range of 15 yards.
Oh wait, hold on. Your Falk took the whole round, correct?
Oh yes, you are right.
Okay, so Vanessa does not get to move. I'm sorry. Pikel. And you're on mute, brother.
Okay, how far? 60 yards? How many squares?
60 yards. That's 180 divided by 5, which is a lot.
So that's within range?
80 divided by 5 equals 36 squares away.
Alright, I'm going to stay on the shore since I'm short.
Did you know Medicare doesn't always have the best price for prescriptions?
You're going to move up to the shore, you said?
Use our savings card.
No, I'm short, so I'm just going to stay on. I'm going to move up towards the shore, but stay on the water.
Don't overpay for prescriptions. Check good.
You want to be next to Guy, or do you want to be behind somebody that's already at the shore?
It doesn't matter.
All right, we'll just put you up. Well, let's see. Half move would be 3, so 1, 2, and then 3. So you can't quite get there.
Who's got the TV on?
Oh, that's a commercial.
It's simple.
I had battle music playing, but it's YouTube.
10% savings when you
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So that is the end of the round. So I need Boris, Shadrach, Bart, Guy, and Pikel to all mark off 1 point of fatigue.
Fatigue.
Fatigue. Yep. You don't get to fight forever.
You said Paco?
I did not say Pico. Paco was already
No.
up there with the donkey.
Paco. Yeah, okay.
I haven't expended no energy yet. It's
Yeah,
just
you're
moving.
right.
Do you need me to read fatigue to you again?
Oh, I have no idea what fatigue is as far as thing, but I just held up the coin, so I was just asking.
You have a particular number of fatigue points, and when you run out, you fall to the ground.
Not quite, but warriors. You start off with the number of fatigue points equal to your hit dice. So in your case, Pikel, it would be 8. And then being a non-warrior, you gain 1 fatigue point every 2 levels. So off the top of my head, I think that you're 7th level.
Yeah.
So you would add 3 to 8. So you have 11 fatigue points, and you just used one of them.
Alright.
And so I trust you all to keep track of these. I'm not going to do
What
it.
was the
I don't know
number
what they are,
for the
so-
plus?
What'd you say, Brad?
I don't know how many I have, so.
Well, you start off with 6 because you use the
6.
most advantageous class. And then you gain 1 fatigue point every 2 levels. And so if you are a 14th level thief, then you would add 7, so you would have 11 fatigue points.
Alright.
And you just use one. You use one for every phase in which you either move or attack.
Alright.
So if you do a half movement and attack, that's 1. If you do an attack and then later on you take a half move at the end of the round, that would actually be 1 plus 1 for 2. Those of you with endurance, you double your fatigue points.
I don't think we've been exhausted yet. I don't think any of us have been exhausted yet.
It's very possible you might be fighting this stone giant, if you survive. Oh,
Ah ha ha ha!
all right. We go to round number 2. And the way that I call for actions is whoever is closest to the enemy or enemies. And in this case, Boris, action.
Advancing.
Movement only.
Does swimming decrease my speed or increase my speed?
Let's find out.
Because I will swim when it gets too deep to move, and I will attempt to go around, not directly at the giant, but to the side.
Swimming. Proficient swimmers are able to swim, dive, and surface with varying degrees of success. All proficient characters are able to swim half their current land movement rate times 10 in yards, provided they are not wearing metal armor. Character whose
So it
movement
is
rate
faster.
a character
That's
with
funny.
a movement rate of 12 could swim 60 yards in a round, or 180 feet.
Think of how fast them dudes swim in the Olympics. They can really bolt.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to swim and let the current move me downstream so that as to move me away from the giant.
Okay.
I will say 20 feet, 30 feet away from the giant is where I would like to emerge on the other side.
All right. So your action is to move then. So what I'm saying is if you want to move and then attack, you'd have to say attack and we figure out movement during your turn.
I don't plan to attack.
Okay. And then the next person's choice is Shadrach.
Can I shape-shift and wind lash in the same turn?
No. Shape-shifting is an action.
Shadrach shape-shifts into an otter.
Okay, now that ends your spell. Okay.
No. Why would that end my spell? I have that spell for 8 rounds. If I turn back into a human, I'm pretty sure I can keep wind lashing. But that's your call. I'm not trying to be bossy or a bitch.
Let's see if there's anything about that.
My only thing is I intend to return to human form before my wind lash runs out. But, I mean, that's like I said, you're the man. I just had a plan. Either way, I'm turning into an otter.
Okay, when you change into a creature, you take on all of that creature's characteristics, meaning unless the creature that you are changing into can cast spells, you cannot keep a spell going.
But I have my intelligence and wisdom.
That's correct.
So I could maintain that spell through willpower.
As far as I'm concerned, even if it doesn't say, if the spell duration is still going until I see something different, sure, you would just be wasting the time on the spell.
Yeah, I understand
But
that. That's a given.
We'll go with that until I find something different.
But I respect whatever call you give. Okay.
All right, and then we go to Bart.
Casting.
And then we go to Guy.
Guy is just gonna wait. He's like, what are you people doing?
So no action?
I will attack if attacked.
Okay, Pykel.
Casting.
Casting.
I didn't start the fight. I started caught.
Paco.
Paco is gonna cover the donkey.
Okay.
Keep the donkey calm with animal handling.
Vanessa.
Did you know Medicare doesn't always
God
have
damn
the
it.
best
Am I
price?
15 yards or 45 feet near to the giant?
You are... ...11 squares, which is 55 feet.
So I would like to be at 9 squares.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong person. My bad, Daryl. Hold on. You are at 17 squares, which is 85 feet.
And I will move.
Okay. And, well, I had Bart roll last time, but he switched and now he's in the bottom right corner. So let's go to Shadrach. Roll initiative, please.
Oh.
Beat another 9.
I rolled a 9.
Oh no!
Monkey time.
Man, according to the clown, man.
Fucking one of the dumbest things, and we all love it. All right, roll a 20, Shadrach.
Oh no.
See who this happens to. I rolled an 8.
I rolled a 1.
Okay, it happens to the giant. Roll another d20.
A 4.
Took some balls of the rock. Oh.
Okay. The giant stomps his feet. And those of you that are in the water, Shadrach and Boris, you see a little bit of a ripple kind of come your way, even though the stream is going from here that way. the force of the giant's foot coming down causes, and you can see that right about in here, in the middle, that the ground is actually, or the bottom of the stream is actually not nearly as deep. Like it's almost like a reverse jam that allows this part, like if you would be able to like stand on this without too much trouble compared to just a little bit further in on either side. And so that's what that reveals. Okay, Shadrach has his hand up.
No, the bottom of the stream rose, is what you're saying.
Okay. Uh-oh. Somebody hungry? Oh, okay. I guess we're going to have to take a break here. So
Perfect.
I can
We
feed him.
can wrap. Yeah.
And I need to pee, and so... And I don't think you guys noticed, but I went out and bought 2 LED lights because when this is so shiny, and
It does make a difference.
you couldn't see
It
it.
helps a lot.
And I was
I
like,
can see a lot more.
what's the fucking point of having a map if you can't see it? So luckily these weren't so expensive. So anyway, I'll be back in a minute.
Me
All right.
too.
What would you like, son?
Somebody help me out.
Okay, Michael. If you talk to Guy, he'll take your lead because he's not getting in the water. He's fully armored right now. He can swim, but not. I'm not a samurai. Sorry.
Casting watery fist, but I can't read the spell because the PDF is too small for my own
My
hand.
suggestion is use the watery fist to grab him, because you can use it to attack like a punch, or you can use it to constrict them.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to read it, but I can't see the damn freaking
Chad has used that before. I suggest, this is my suggestion, use it to constrict. He might be too strong. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna say is, I was just gonna use it to attack because
The last thing you saw Chad do was turn into a weasel and dive underwater. And
I
he
can't
is
read
sure
the
by
spell
going,
because
what are these idiots doing? This guy's throwing boulders and they're out there swimming.
Yeah, I thought the coin was a better option, but he already hit him with magic missiles, so it probably killed our chances.
And Chad tried to windlash him. Chad just hates all giants right now. Chad is a very emo person, if you haven't gotten that yet.
Emo or evil?
Emo.
Oh.
E-M-O. Yeah, Chad. Yeah. Well, Guy is a very practical soldier. He gets it. You know, but he's like, he kind of looks at you like, what are we supposed to do?
So Shad's got guy liner on?
What's that?
Is Shad wearing guy liner?
No, but he cries a lot.
Okay. Plus this is Depeche Mode?
Yeah, kind of like that. Chad is not a very cheerful person. If you see Chad smile, you might think something's wrong. Guy, on the other hand, is yeah, Chad and Guy are complete opposites. That's why I play them that way. They have no real... Guy respects Chad, but that's about it. And Chad doesn't give a shit about Guy. Because people like Guy killed off his entire clan of people, so he's not evil, but he's like, Guy has shown that he's a good guy, so Chad accepts that.
Well, he's not beating children.
No? Guy would never do that.
I know.
Beat children, no. He didn't even beat the old guy that offered him money to collect piss. He just raised his fist to him. That's all he did.
You beat up the piss boy.
I did not.
Hey, you know what the piss boy does? He sells piss to the gunpowder guy.
Piss
It was for the tanner.
No, piss is what they
Yeah,
make white linen with. You gotta have piss to make white
gunpowder,
linen.
though.
That's the original bleach. It's piss.
Well,
I mean, the Romans had factories dedicated to collecting piss. They don't show that in games like Civilization. Piss.
That's where the word urinal came from, right?
Basically. I mean, that's a Latin word.
They used to piss in jars and send it to the tanners or whoever
They
else.
used to piss in gigantic pools. And
Out the
so that-
window.
Well, I mean, a pot.
They lived in a piss pool.
You didn't have a pot to piss in. You were the poorest level of tree man.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you could at least sell your piss.
What are you doing, Bob?
Don't you remember in what was that movie with Liam Neeson? Rob Roy. The dude collected the royal guy's piss because he was so full of booze. He was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is liquor.
Yeah. Don't know the value of a pint of piss.
That's a good movie too. Rob Roy's a good movie.
One of my favorites.
When he kills him, he just splits his head. I thought, now this is just me personally, that the fight at the end was a very mud moment. When he grabs that fucking sword, he's like, no.
Yeah.
And he just splits him down the fucking chest. He's like, oh, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fancy, fuck you, you're a piece of meat.
Yep. He took advantage of his pride.
That and Rob Roy wasn't an idiot. Again, that's a person who is like, oh, it's a dumb Scotsman. No, he was far from dumb.
That's right.
I like it when he hid in the dead cow. Even
Oh,
though I was
goodness.
hard pressed, I'd be like, man, how desperate do you have to be?
And he was.
But yeah, like again, in Schindler's List, when the little girl hides from the ship.
Yeah.
Would you do that? Yes, you would. Unless you just, like me, I was like, I would never get on a train. Like, okay, everybody get on the train. I would try to grab the guy's gun and just get killed right there. But I wouldn't get on the train. No, when they tell me to get on the train, it's over. I don't care how sick or weakly I am. I'm going to go right then.
I'm having some Howard thing, a surge or something. Hopefully I don't.
I'll just force them to make a mess and kill me. I might hurt them again, you know, on the way out. And I look at that. That is one of the things that has perplexed me. That how so many people could march to their doom, knowing they were doomed, and not anybody say, "No, we're just going to grab your guns and fight right here."
Sheesh, we're all just tired of it already.
Oi, my clothes dirty.
Look at our
I'm
election.
going to pay for the soup. That's terrible. That's terrible, Daryl. Damn it.
And you joined right in.
And then you got Israel. It's like, how did that thing happen?
I don't have this.
You know, if they'd have just marched into Israel, all them fuckers just would have killed them. Whew. Okay, so my plan is, as Shad as an otter, is to swim to the other shore and come up behind this guy. That's my idea.
Problem is, it could be a lightning bolt coming across there anytime soon.
Well, I'm going to be underwater, so have fun.
Boris is just going to keep him distracted so you guys can do his thing.
I might come up behind him and entangle him, turn his leg to wood, turn into a giant snake. I have some options. I don't think he would be expecting a giant constrictor snake. That's why he's collecting snake skin, so I can become a giant constrictor snake. But it's a spell.
Otherwise, I'm just going to keep punching with the watery fist, and I don't think grabbing's going to do very good.
I think he's not going to notice an otter, because I'm not gigantic or anything. I just became a little tiny weasel in the water. I think the last thing he's looking at is me. He's probably looking at you, Bart. You're the one that hurt him.
I know.
And then,
There's more too.
and then Michael spoke in his language. Isn't that what you did?
That's fucking garbage, because Stone
I
Giant...
thought you can't comprehend language.
I was going to, but she goes,
Hold it, hold it.
I gotta touch him. I gotta touch him.
You got touchy?
Yeah, I'm not touching that bugger.
I'm going to try to blind him.
Oh, good job, Vanessa.
I'm definitely putting a lightning bolt in his ass, so I hope it doesn't transfer through the water.
Can't you charm a giant, Vanessa? You're about the right side. He's a pedophile. You know, you're lucky.
Beguiling. That's not funny. She was tortured and raped as a child, so.
Yeah, well, Chad adores you, Vanessa. I don't think you know that, but there you go.
Oh, she knows. She's got something for you.
Okay. What animal shape do I need to be? Hey, baby, I need you to be a porcupine tonight. Okay.
Scratch my back. Hold on to this stick. I'm going to scratch my back with your porcupine.
No, Mom. Yeah, you're doing. I'll just climb down your robe and roll around.
That's it.
Better yet, I'll just be a hedgehog. Not so aggressive. Be more like a loofah. More hand size for you there. A little bit more.
There you go.
Whew. I can be very creative with that shape change, folks. I'm just sorry I can't become an insect. That's the only.
I thought you had to.
After a fish. Oh,
Didn't you have to pick like 3 things or something? It's per level.
I can be 3. I can be a mammal, a bird, and a reptile once per day.
Ah, cool.
You should have chose whale then.
Well, we're not out in the ocean, are we?
And the
And that's
water.
too big. I can't be bigger, I think, than a black bear. But I could be like a porpoise or something. I could be like
One size larger.
I could be a porpoise.
What, dude?
I could be medium sized. I can't be bigger than medium sized. I can't be, unless I cast a spell, I can't be large. But if I cast a snakeskin spell, I could be a gigantic constrictor snake, which I think this giant would shit his pants.
Hell yeah.
I gotta swim to him first.
So we get the bug?
A little otter in the water. I'm only like 2 feet long, maybe. I'm tiny. You can't see me. Same thing if I want to become a tiny venomous snake, I can be a tiny venomous snake and still kill somebody.
Just don't swallow your own.
Sea snakes are not big. A fleur-de-lis. I've looked these things up. There are some tiny snakes that are like the black mamba. It's not a big snake. It'll kill you. It'll kill you.
Right away. I like the rainbow patina on there.
Yeah, just ask
Yeah.
that too.
Gosh,
That color's my
nobody
duck
wants
right
your
here.
ass.
That's
That
what
duck I
that
say,
too.
feathers are the same color as that. I call that gasoline oil slick color.
Yeah.
Kind of right.
When I was a little kid, I remember being amazed at the puddles with the colors in them, and I was like, that's gasoline. And that was when I took an interest, I took an interest in that.
And huffing gas?
Yeah. From a very young age.
Very good.
There was an old punk band called Gas Huffer.
I used to put those model kits together too, dude.
That glue.
Yeah, mono glue.
Took the headache, the after headache was just too much. I'd rather just get drunk.
I tried to buy some model glue recently,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was looking all over, and they had model kits and paint and everything. I finally asked, I said, man, I couldn't find any glue. Oh, it's behind the counter. I
Yeah.
said, oh, well, shit, give me a tube of that. Must be the good shit if it's behind the counter.
Give it up. And some bullets.
No kidding.
Give me some model glue and some bullets. Yeah, thanks.
Oh.
And a pack of chips.
No,
What are you gonna do with that?
One time, me and John Plyler, when he was in the Army, he knew this dude in St. Louis. Remember how hard it was to get pot? I mean, yeah. Anyway, so this is back in the 80s. So he's like, this guy's in my army, my reserve army. And I was like, okay, well, let's go get some pot, man. Yeah, woo. We get to this guy's house. It's reeking of glue when we get there. It's like, oh my God.
Damn.
Speaking of blue, this guy's tweaking. He's got the pot. He won't sell it to us until we're sitting there fucking with this guy. And he's like, hey, want to see my collection of pistols? It's like, oh my God. So anyway, this guy brings out these 3 pistols, and he's got them all laid out. He's like, wow, this is my pretty pistol. Somebody bangs on the door of his apartment. It's his fucking landlord. And he comes in there, he's like, hey boys, you got any grass to sell? And we're like, oh my God. We're shitting our pants. It's like, what the fuck is happening? And we made it out of there with a half-an-ounce pot.
Something like 1985.
It's like this ex-Marine. His arms were covered in like, USMC and shit. And he's sitting between me and John on the couch like, how you boys doing? You got any grass? We're like, grass? What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Oh, you knew what he was talking about.
No, we knew, but it was like, grass? Really? That's not the term? And this guy, John, introduced me to this guy that was in the reserves with him, got arrested for threatening to bomb the City Hall of Ferguson. This was back in 1987 or something. Yeah. It was insane. I'm telling you. Woo! God.
I remember the great pot drought of 1985 through 1990.
It was feast or famine, always. Somebody had it or nobody had it.
Mm-hmm.
And when somebody had it, you jumped on it. Down
It
here
went from being $5 joints to $20 joints after that.
I think it's for pot and pot about some years ago, brother.
I have almost smoked pot every day that I've lived here. Because it's everywhere. You can get it anywhere. Like I said,
I think the first pot I bought was from Jason and Father.
And in Missouri, it was always feast or famine.
I remember going on a canoe trip and we came across this big ass pot plant just growing off the side of the Missouri River. And it was some of the fucking hardest core pot you ever smoked.
I was going to say, that's the good shit. That's that upper plant shit.
We pulled the whole plant out of the ground, took every foot off that thing. It was like Cheech and Chong. We had a double bag full of shit.
Sweet.
Some poor hippie showed up there going, oh, man.
And they had purple
The
hair.
deer ate my weed, man.
They had purple and white hairs on it, and it was beautiful.
Nice.
Yep, there's been some good weed come out of Missouri.
I think the first pot I bought off of Jason and John.
You're full of shit, Brad. I'm
No, I'm
sorry.
not. I didn't smoke pot until I was like 21.
Oh, lay it on me. Thanks, man. Thanks.
What an influence. You greatly affected his life.
It was window I smoked it with first, so.
Well, I'm happy and proud of that fact, Brad.
I can believe that.
Are we ready to resume?
Oh, you're back.
Well,
All right, so
your turn.
the giant died, and we found this big old chest. He was carrying a big old chest. The giant died.
That's great.
Speaking of which,
Turned into a giant weasel and nibbled his ankle.
better run away, big guy.
That's great.
Evil Arcano Rod.
I just gave him headshots because he went the right way for a while. He forgot that what happened.
That's not what I want.
Oh. When can I do some
That's what I want.
We can have
poverty in here, man? Come on.
Alrighty.
Are you ready yet, Cub?
I'm ready. Okay, so
Going 3.
anyone on fast?
I did not know.
Movement.
Actions go before movement. So
I go 3.
3 is fast. Anybody got a 2 or a 1 on their casting time or no? Okay, so looks like 3's up.
Evoke Arcane Rod.
Magic.
Aye.
No?
Huh?
What spells that?
Magic
Lightning
missile or lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. Okay.
Whoa!
I started right in front of me, like 1 square in front of me, and blasted through him.
All right.
Pulled out of this. I start casting the full electrical power from the sky. Shoots out from my hand. You see it fucking manifest right in front of me. And let's see. 2.
They got Wawas in Missouri.
What's that? Just Wawa.
It's like a gas station supermarket.
No.
Nope.
Wow. This is a northern thing. Well, I hope you guys get Wawas sometime because they just now got the first White Castle in Orlando last
We
year.
got plenty of White Castles all over.
Dude, when they got a White Castle in Festus, I thought was like, my God, we've advanced in the civilization.
Yep.
They had the Steak and Shake. I was like, oh my God, Festus has a Steak and Shake. And a Schnooks. Look out.
Is that, that's 10 die plus one per level caster, right?
No, just 10d6, please.
Okay, 40.
Ouch.
Save versus spell. Okay. All
Good old
right.
Washington.
That's
Good
a-
day, you big bag, you big bastard.
I rolled an 18. That is a save. He takes
Uh-oh.
20
Take
points.
half.
20 points of damage as the lightning blasts around him, and and you see it kind of encircle his body and continue on past into the woods. Doing damage,
Where's
but
the world?
Bart,
How many
you,
do I get?
Bart, you know that he avoided the worst of your attack.
Right. Alright.
Okay. Anyone else on fast as far as actions go?
Casting time of 5.
That's average. Okay. And then we'll go to then anybody that wants to move on fast. So Boris, I'm guessing, or
Vanessa and Boris.
Okay. Who do you want to do first?
Okay.
Boris.
Boris. Okay. And what the fuck?
He's swimming over to the other side about 30 feet from the giant.
So like 30 foot on shore?
Downstream. Downstream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like that?
Now he goes all the way.
But at that angle?
Yeah.
Are you... Okay.
His move is like 16 or I forgot what you said it was already. On the swimming speed, it like tripled your normal movement, and his normal movement is right here somewhere. It is 16 is his normal movement. So half of that would be 8 squares.
8 squares is 40 feet.
Able to swim half their current land movement rate
Oh, half.
in 10 times 10 in yards, provided they're not wearing metal armor. A movement
Okay,
character with a
times
movement
10.
rate of 12 could swim 60 yards in a round.
So I'm going all the way to the other side.
Okay. And you said you wanted to be at that angle, so that would be you're kind of making your way through this, there's a bunch of floating and greenery in the
Okay.
water there, but you managed to get it right up there on the surface and right there on solid ground.
All right.
All right, and Vanessa?
she is walking forward into the water to get within, I think we said 9 squares was 15 yards, 45 feet.
There's right there. There's 6. So that's half, but
Her movement is not as much,
it's probably
and she's not
probably
swimming
12.
or anything.
So she'll take half the move there, and then the
Yeah,
next
12 is her
the
movement.
next phase she will
Fly around.
finish the move. Okay.
How close is she at this point?
At this point, she is 11 squares.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And was Shadrach wanting to move?
Shadrach, as
Eric outside?
in otter form, will swim diagonally the opposite way that Boris went. So to the giant's right, I'm going to swim diagonally and try to come up on the shore. I can point where I want to be, but whatever the maximum speed of my otter swimming is, I'll move in that direction.
Well, let's see if I can find the movement of an otter.
It's got to be at least the same as mine.
I mean, they're pretty fast.
But you are going upstream.
That's true, and I calculated that. And you made it to the opposite bank without too much effort, so... I have a plan, Boris. It's okay.
What?
If anything else, Bart will kill it before we ever get to it, so...
Well, I got that, but I'll try.
Don't blow all your goods, Bart. Not yet.
I'm not. I haven't barely touched
Get
one.
too excited.
Hey, we're going to have to definitely use what we can.
I think
Gotta-
if we take this giant from multiple directions, he won't know what to do.
We got to puncture its hardened exterior somehow.
Okay.
We gotta crack its rock.
That's it.
Cracking the rocks is made with.
Wow, Bart. That was a crazy laugh.
There's a
I tell you fellas, doing this once a week is real therapy for me, so
Yeah, me too.
appreciate hanging out with all of you.
Yeah.
They always do this
I
like
agree.
once a week, though.
I know, I'd like it to be like 6 hours, but what can you say? Or every once in a while do a special, do an all-nighter. See who passes out first.
You was out first.
I remember a couple of weekend sessions.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That was all summer for us.
I mean, we did a lot of more than 4 hours, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, okay, there we go. That's what we were looking for.
Maximum otter speed.
It's called, there's an entry for mammal,
Speed of an
and
otter.
otter isn't listed, but weasel is.
Well,
Just a swimming weasel.
Marvin.
Weasel,
Good
normal
Marvin.
land movement in the water. That would be an otter. And I'm charging, so add that in.
Hey.
Otter? Otter charging?
Well,
Otter
unfortunately,
charging.
Taco knows all about auto charging. Buys it to your donkey.
okay.
Get the ass out of here.
Right? 24 squares.
I think I sent my weasel figure down to you to be painted, and so
I still have them. I painted a horse, a cat, and a weasel. It's just a matter of me getting to the post office. I have a new address, so I have to deal with that. But anyway, I have those. You come down here to Florida, you'll see.
That's right. You got to drive to Florida to use your weasel fig.
That seems counter to what I had intended, which was for them to be painted and mailed back. But I guess if that's what I got to do.
I know. Well, my
Yeah, Brad, you
sister
get
changed it. I apologize. So I'm a weasel fag. So I
Fuck you, fucking fuck, Finkel. Okay, well,
Wow.
we'll just use this for now.
I prefer rodents over vermin. I'm not a rodent, sir. I'm a feline.
Okay, you can get all the way to here. You can't quite make it out of the water yet.
Okay, well, point to where I am. I can't see now. Okay, perfect. Perfect.
All right, then we move,
And I'm underwater.
and that's anyone else moving on fast? Hearing nothing, we move to average. Any actions on average for your side?
Is it 5 on average?
It is?
Alright. Michael grabs some holy water out of his bag and splashes in the water and says, Maldarzek, if Jura Ethan Heth Vakar. And a giant watery fist comes out of the river or creek, lake, whatever the fuck we're looking at, and forms a big backhand and smacks him across the face.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, and what is...
He casts watery fist, or wet pimp slap is what I call it.
That's a good name.
Well, my bitch.
Point of information, I used watery fist against another giant creature back at the fort. So it was very effective.
Yep, it's a good one.
Okay, and where would you like the watery fist to appear?
Hop up as close to the giant as possible. He's right at the shoreline, right?
I mean, you can put it right in front of him if you'd like. It has a reach
Special
of
payment.
2 plus every 5 levels. It adds another square, so theoretically it could be 3 squares away if you wanted it to be.
Alright, well if it's a nut check or a face slap, either one works.
I'm asking you, where would you like it to, which square would you like your watery fist to be in?
Just right, you're closest to it as possible.
Okay, so right there. Okay. All right, and then you would attacks with the caster Thacko and melee Thacko, which is on the left part of your sheet.
Sorry, you double do things? Okay. Where's the sheet at? Sheet. Where you at?
Your melee Thacko is 18. Roll to hit.
Oh my god. Come on, baby.
Alright, let's follow the rolling dice. Where'd you go?
The escaping sound.
A 17. So that hits an upper class of 1.
All right. Your watery fist comes up out of the water, strikes straight towards the giant. Boosh! Smacks his stone-hardened skin, causing no damage. The giant's all wet, kind of rubs its belly, and then snorts and looks over at you in disgust. All right. Anybody else on average?
Drown him. Drown him.
Anybody else on average? I
So we know it's immune to bludgeoning damage.
think you guys are about done here. So it is the giant's turn.
was. Not so hard.
Yeah, the good stuff. Just wanted to say hi.
Now I gotta look up spells that affect stone. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, that's what I was about to do.
Change you slow to mud.
It seems like the obvious, but I don't know. He's
Yeah,
probably got an immunity.
You're right. I have no experience against stone giants, so
All right, let's see here.
Chad's winging it right now.
Let's see here.
Oh, he showed her O face.
Oh,
The giant starts to run, and it is able to run in the water. It's seemingly easier, almost as if the depth of the water doesn't bother him as much as it would bother smaller creatures. And it looks like it's heading straight for Guy. And then on its next phase, it reaches Guy. Guy, you may attack it if you want. Because if I remember correctly, you had readied an action. However, a ready being attacked by a charge, the initiative roll goes to the winner goes by the.
Who decided to decide to me?
you win? Is that what you're saying? You go first?
I think so, but let me read you what it says here.
Boo! Where's my
I
attack?
believe you.
Boo!
Oh yeah, moving into his space.
I'm ready for him. I'm waiting for this dude.
Okay. If a ready character is attacked by a charging character, the character that won initiative attacks first. However, that was simultaneous monkey. So then we go to
Oh yeah.
if unless one of the characters has a longer ranged weapon. This character that is attacking you has a range of 3. You have a range of 1 with your sword or spear or whatever it is you're using.
Ooh.
So the
Two-handed sword, I thought he said.
Bastard sword.
The giant goes first.
Ooh.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, that's a pretty terrible roll.
Tui, the reader's case.
Armor class of 2.
Nope.
That is a miss.
Close.
He rolled a.
Not quite.
He rolls a 3. A terrible roll. You got lucky. All right, so now it's your turn.
Yeah. Motherfucker. All right. Come on, Guy. Guy's a lot tougher now that he went up a level. I hit armor class of -2.
That is a hit. Roll Dinkus.
All right, it's a bastard sword against large. I gotta look this up real quick. Pardon me for just a moment. Come on, Guy. All right, 1d12 plus 2. Rah! 9 points. Whack!
The giant charges in. Just at the last second, you put your shield up and deflect a blow.
No, I'm two-handed. I got my sword two-handed. No shield.
What is your armor class without your shield?
-1.
What is it with your shield?
-3.
Really?
Maybe I'm 0. No, my armor class is 1 without a shield. You still missed me. Look at my sheet. And if I'm wrong, then I accept it. But I'm pretty sure my armor class is 1 without a shield.
That's
and
correct.
-3 with a shield.
That's correct.
Okay.
All right.
You're correct. You missed me by 1.
So you deflect the blow with your sword, and then using the reverse motion, slash upwards and slash him across his chest and neck. And it feels as if you were carving into stone, but yet it bleeds.
For the Republic!
All right, and now it is the end of the round, and if they wanted to, Pikel, Guy, Paco, or Bart could move. Just so you're all aware, all of you would be subject to attacks of opportunity if you chose to move away from the giant. And Paco is right there with Guy, standing at the giant. Okay, so first of all, Vanessa has his hand. Where the fuck's Vanessa figure?
That's what I was just going to say. She has movement left, but I think she's in a place where she wants to be, or he's closer than...
The figure's fucking gone. Oh, there it is.
Well...
He was out in the middle of the water there.
Yeah.
Is it by your right hand?
No, it was sitting over here for some... I don't know why it got moved. It's fucking stupid.
I wasn't out in the middle of the water.
You were at 11 squares away from the giant. I remember that.
Yeah, I was. I don't think I was out in the water, and if I was, it wouldn't be that close to him.
You were right there.
No, you waited out a little bit to get to cast your spell.
Will you please point to where I am?
Right there.
Oh.
No, I remember you just waited out close enough to cast your spell.
I would like to use my remaining movement to step away from the giant. She took half her movement, correct?
Yeah, she took half, and then she would have got to move before he ever moved. So I don't know why I moved your figure. There's no reason for it. So just consider yourself lucky, and you can go wherever you want.
I thought at the end of the round I could finish my movement.
Well, actually, it would have been the next phase. It would have been on average.
Well,
That's
then
why
I would not have moved away.
That's why I was saying
Because
you
he
would
hadn't
have
moved yet.
Yeah, you would have moved forward to get into spell range. At least that's what you said your
Right.
intent was. But
I did.
I fucked it up. So therefore, you can be wherever you want.
I will move 10 feet further away from the giant, toward the shore. You know, not into the river, but
Right
away
there.
from the giant.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. And no, it does not get an attack of opportunity because you are not in its threatened squares.
I was hoping.
All right. So now, hearing no movement from anyone else, that is the end of round number 2. We go to round number 3. And the closest people are Guy, action.
Attack!
Paco.
Attack!
Pikel. Pikel, you're on mute.
You're muted, dude.
Cast, if that drops the water exist, that's fine because it's currently ineffective.
Casting a spell, okay. Bart.
Casting.
Vanessa.
Casting.
I'll be right back.
Okay. And then Shadrach, Weasel.
Wow. I'll swim back towards... No, I'm going to go to the shore and turn to human form.
Okay. And
The shore
Boris.
I'm going to cross the stream right there at the point that I'm on and move to attack.
all right, very good. So now Pikel is not there. So Bartholantis, please roll a D10 for initiative.
Michael is not in the room.
Beat a 3.
Michael left the room, he said.
Me,
What'd you get,
I'm
Brad?
here. I can hear you.
Oh, there he is.
3.
Uh-oh, another sloogie.
I've been here about
Loogie. Aha.
Nice. Okay.
Charles Darwin approves this message.
Hold on here. Let me switch up something here real quick.
Oh, hold on. Let me call Archbishop Smith.
Let me call Archbishop Dingleberry. Oh,
You're full of shit, Mr. Darwin.
you're I don't know why that's so funny.
The Bible clearly states
Look at that. Okay, that's
2,000 years now for the Bible.
okay. There we go. That's what I want.
What the hell do we teach you people in Northwest anyway?
Okay.
I just have to
Brad.
say that I was present for a famous road job on your football field.
Brad, roll a d20. Beat an 11.
19.
All right, it happens to your side. Roll another d20.
4.
Oh, that's the same jam as before. Okay. So at this point, the giant once again splashes his foot down in the water in front of, not only does it splash all of you that are on the shore, including Pikel, who's not on the shore, and Vanessa, but one of these boulders up here starts to fall, and I need Vanessa, Bart, the donkey, Paco, Guy, and Pikel all to roll d20s, please. So let's start with Vanessa.
And should we go ahead and roll? Okay.
Yes.
12.
And let's go with Bart.
16.
Pikel, roll for the donkey. Can't hear you.
16 for the donkey. 16 for the donkey.
Okay. Shadrach, roll for
And-
Paco.
Paco rolled a 20.
Guy, roll a d20.
Paco rolled an 11. Guy rolled an 11. I rolled them already.
And Pikel, roll a d20.
Alright. 16.
That's why I was laughing.
Really
Paco
16
rolled
number
an
today.
11.
All right. Paco, you're the unlucky sloogie. Roll a saving
I
throw.
rolled a 20.
Yeah. Roll a saving throw versus paralyzation, please.
What did you say it was before? A 10?
No, it was a 15.
What? God. This guy's like a sub-peasant.
No.
No, I failed.
A first level warrior needs a 14.
I rolled a 13, damn it.
Okay. Paco, unfortunately, you are unable, as the donkey backs up, Paco turns and goes, "Ah!" as the rock falls down on him.
Come on, Paco.
He takes 10 points of damage.
Oh, there goes
Paco is crushed under the rock.
And how many hit points does he have?
He's -2.
Oh no! Oh no! Paco's down.
Busted, flat, and backwards.
Bummer.
That's it. Bam.
Okay. So, round 3.
I guess I should say all the federales say.
Here we go.
This giant is dead.
Anybody on
Giant is dead.
fast? Anybody on fast?
Do we have to state our actions first, or?
Yeah.
Actually,
We did. I thought we did that
Oh,
already.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
casting. Mm-hmm.
But you can go ahead and
no
tell
action
me.
has been stated.
You can go ahead.
Going up one.
I could have sworn we all, but that's
Yeah,
I
okay.
guess okay.
I know. Boris is going back
Oh,
across.
right, you said
Yeah. Yeah.
Shad was going up on the shore, and Paco and Key were attacking. You're right. You're right.
So do you remember what Vanessa was doing, Daryl?
She's casting, and it takes all round.
Okay. So anybody is Bart? What's your casting time?
4.
That is average. All right. So anybody that wants to move right now or has a fast weapon, they would go.
Shad's gonna move. I'm on
Okay.
the opposite shore. I'm gonna move to the road.
Okay. Well, as of right now,
I
you're
shape change.
yeah. You shape
I
change.
do want to become human form. If that's just a shape change and a half move, I'll take it.
Correct.
Okay, I'm shape changing the human form and take a half move at the end of the round.
The fucking fuck. Okay, so Jason, just so we're clear, the way this works is you moved, and then you shape change once you got up on the shore.
That's fine.
And
I'm good.
that's your
Thank you.
turn. Okay. So Boris will cross back, and he will go 1, 2. It's not as doesn't get quite as deep here. That only costs 1 extra there. So 3,
All
Pretty
right.
deep in here.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's half.
Thank you.
All right. And then is that it for you guys on fast? Apparently so.
Can you point real quick to where Chad is standing? Thank you.
We now go to average. So the speed of the spell of 4 would go off now. Michael, what's the speed of your spell? 7. Ooh, that might be slow. Let me double check that.
That's my sword. I think
think
it's
it is.
the far edge of average.
I think it is. Where is it?
Yeah, 7 is like the far edge of average, I think.
Okay.
It has been before.
Casting time 7 through 9 is slow.
Oh,
4.
All right. So Bart, you're up on average. On average.
I'm casting Phantasmal Killer.
that's nasty.
Simply by forming the fear of the victim's subconscious mind.
That's a horrible
It's
spell.
something that its conscious mind can visualize. Most horrible.
Base puff marshmallow man.
Only the spell recipient can see the Phantasmal Killer. Caster sees only a shadowy
That's a
shape.
nasty
So,
spell.
yeah,
You dirty dog.
but if it succeeds in scoring a hit, the subject dies from fright.
That's a nasty spell.
I like it.
Yeah. Enough of this. Is that an illusion?
Illusion Phantasm.
Yeah. Gaspar couldn't cast illusions. I remember that one. That's a nasty spell, though. Woo!
Of course, the Iron Stone Giant resistant to magic.
And the only way to resist it is to disbelieve.
This giant's got to wonder what's coming at him from all directions right now.
Mm-hmm. Figure that's why it'd be a good one.
Lightning, magical bolts, wind, soldiers.
Not his worst fear.
Water. Yeah. This guy's a stone giant. Are they well known for swimming? Probably not.
Well, Stone Giants are slightly smarter than the Giants.
Yeah, stone giants are not dumb. They're like really, stone giants are like their own race. They're not like hill giants and fire giants. Stone giants are...
Okay, we need to get on with the game. Enough table talk, please. So, Bart, you cast the spell. Do you do anything that would cause you to have a more favorable result? Or do you just cast the spell and be done with it?
Nobody else can really fucking see what's going on, so that's pretty much it. There's no magical effect to it. It's just it's with the shadow that I can see.
Yes, I'm talking about role playing out the casting of the spell. There's other things that are random in the spell that maybe can be affected.
Describe what you see, Bart.
No, I'm talking about him doing the verbal and somatics of the spell.
Yeah, I'm working on it. This is funny.
I mean, in all fairness, Bart could be a very conservative caster. He just kind of like moves his hands around and mumbles and something happens. Other casters, like Chad, are very bombastic. Vanessa draws all kinds of colorful energy to herself. Heichel, the same thing. When he talks and casts spells, he seems louder, and his presence is more expressed.
Okay.
So that speaks to Dwarvish.
Yeah, no, we all have our way of casting our spells.
Okay.
And because we are the level that we are and the experience that we have, it's that much more intense because each of us is different. But we all work together.
We're trying.
But then standing Boris and kind of swing weapons around and draw blood.
Let Bart say his thing.
It's root. Or stand there with the root. More algorithm.
What the fuck? That's some weird casting, Bart. Initiate.
That's gotta have some advantage to it. Come on.
Okay. So
Sheer intimidation.
you all suddenly see the giant begin to look around itself as if it is being swarmed upon by a swarm of bees, but you don't see anything, and there doesn't seem to be anything there. The only thing you saw was Bart casting a spell, and the giant, who is right there, is attempting to defend itself against something.
Swatting.
Swatting, stinging. Oh.
Thousand words, pickaxes.
George Bush said those words, a new world order.
Or do you roll a hit? Dobbs?
Huh?
Do I roll a hit or do you roll a hit? It makes a successful hit. He dies of fear. Next one.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got. If it hits him, he's dead. The book I just finished reading, Psychic Attack, was one of the things they would like project this killer animal on the other person mentally, and the person being attacked knew that if the creature touched them, they were dead, and they had to like either defeat the creature or the creature in the other person's mind. It was a pretty cool thing.
All right.
But I get it. This is exactly what Phantasmal Killer is.
Let's see.
If you're high enough level and have a strong enough mind, this spell is useless. But normal folks like me and you would die from this. Some chihuahua would bite you and you'd be like, ah! You'd die. That's what it would do.
Oh, you're that fearful of chihuahuas, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I had a friend, but this dude was like a Marine, tough guy, and he was terrified of any kind of dog.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And my sister's miniature pincher and our Scotty dog cornered him, and he was like, help me. I was like, dude, they're trying to like you. It's like, no. And then we went to this guy's house, and the guy had a pit bull. It was a really friendly pit bull. It sat in his lap, and he almost had a stroke. It was so hilarious. I was like, no, I'm not going to save you. I was like, the dog is not hurting you. I'm not going to save you. Love the dog. He's like, no. I can't take it. And he was terrified of dogs. Straight any dog. Yeah. And he was such a big, mean, tough guy. And I was like, are you really? If I just threw a chihuahua at you, I would just destroy you.
I gotta figure it out. Okay. Hold on, I got a method here. Okay, so...
Meanwhile...
Die or not to die?
That's just the question.
Oh, okay. All right. So these creatures have an intelligence rating.
Right.
And the dumber probably would believe something. The smarter would sense something about it that might give it a chance to
disbelief.
So I just left that up to chance. And now...
Stone giants aren't dumb either. That's another thing. They're not the dumbest creatures.
How do you know this one isn't?
Well, it could be, but I figured at least average intelligence. I mean...
Well, there's really no way for you to know. You ain't the dungeon master.
No.
Yeah, so shut up.
Quit shawning it up, Jason. Quit shawning it up. Quit shawning it up. All right.
No, I'm not telling this guy how to take its attack.
Okay. So the creature blinks for a second, looks over at you, Bart.
Instead of me.
Rolls a 15. Which is plenty good.
Which is what?
It's plenty good. I'm sorry. He looks at you, kind of, then starts to look around at this stuff and then looks back at you and goes, ah! And the dark, shadowy figure that you could see, it kind of just puffs away.
He looks like
All right, that was certainly a good try, but I'm sorry it did not work. Okay. We then go to anyone else on average. Pikel, what's the casting time of your spell?
7.
7 is slow. Okay. So, once again, we have simultaneous monkey.
Geek goes on 7.
So the giant will attempt to grab Bart.
Is he that close to you?
Fucking avoidance. I'll get pushed away from me.
Okay, that's a little too much to have a cloak of avoidance and the armor at the same time.
Why? I can't wear a cloak with my armor?
That's a lot of magic. I mean, okay.
Okay, I see. No, you're right.
Yeah, it's a pick one situation.
That's cool. What's up?
All right. All right. So
Give it to the
he
Paco.
enters your square, and now the both of you roll to hit.
No, don't touch me here. It says what?
Roll to hit with your melee thackle on the left of your sheet. Whoever hits the lowest armor class wins the contested roll.
Alright.
So he's got a hold of you, but now you're trying to wriggle out of his grasp. So tell me, just roll a d20 and tell me what I'm.
19.
And your thackle is 13, and you rolled a 19, you said?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good. You hit an armor class of -6. That's amazing.
What?
It is.
Oh yeah, I see it now. My bad. I looked at it in reverse. My bad.
He rolled a 13, which hits an armor class of -6. Now I have to look this up. I have to see what, if anything, because I think on a tie, the defender is the winner.
Throw the monkey.
Okay, that's done. Okay, yep. So you wriggle out of his grasp and you both remain in the squares that you're in. And that was his attack. All right. So just for a second, you felt yourself in the giant's grasp, but you used your not often used wrestling to wriggle free. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. And now we go to...
Attack of opportunity?
No,
Yeah, did the giant have to move to do that?
he did not. Now, when he entered the square, yes, he had to move because that's the way it works. But basically what happened was he took a step and just picked Bart up, and Bart went like a baby thing and went limp and went whoop, 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 and back down to the ground.
Yeah, I can't tell who's who on the map. I can see the giant and the figs, but I didn't know Bart was that close to him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought I had an attack of opportunity, but my bad.
Well, he didn't leave your threat range.
I get that. No, I get that. You're right.
Okay, so now we go to the end of the round, and that is, or Peichel, no, it's Peichel's turn with a 7, I think.
He too.
So you guys can pick who wants to go first.
Cast, Michael.
Peichel, are you there? Apparently not. You're
Okay.
up, Yee.
He is calling his shot on the giant's arm when he reaches for Bart. I'm slicing two-handed straight down, cleaver fashion. Armor class -1.
Does that take into effect the -4 called shot?
That would be armor class of
3. Armor class of 3. All right. You hear a clanking sound as your sword strikes right where you wanted to strike, but it's as if you just chopped into a castle wall. Ka-clang!
Ah!
All right, Peichel, cast your spell. And you're on mute.
Alright. Look at the proper words here. Do I get to figure what it is?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Well, that's not a big deal. And when you're
Alright,
casting... Hey, Clark, I don't know if I told you this, but as long as you're saying that we take it as read that you are speaking in Dwarven, but if you want to say the words in English, that's fine.
Oh, I don't know. I like Dwarven. I've got the translator.
All right, go ahead.
Alright, he holds up his holy symbol and he says, Zarkethra John, Anna, Uthleron. And he casts Thunderstroke.
Thunderstroke. I don't believe I'm familiar with that.
Thunderstrike, ACDC, what do you want to call the damn spell?
Is it the one that deafens the opponent?
No, it enables the priest, calls upon. It's like someone.
Oh, you're casting the shitty lightning bolt.
Yeah, force energy, which is...
It works.
It's not a bad spell, but I get what you're casting the cleric lightning bolt.
Yep.
All right, hold on. We're pulling that up. Thunderstroke. Okay, this spell enables the priest to call upon the wrath of Anhur and summon a bolt of lightning to strike a single creature. This bolt causes a d4 points of damage, plus 2 points of damage per level of the priest. There's a save for half. All right. So, you spoke your magic words. Do you have any somatic or material components? The component is the priest's holy symbol. Anything else? You're on mute.
No, so the somatics already did, and the components already had, so no, I guess not.
Okay. So roll damage. You're going to roll a d4 and add 2 points per level.
2 plus 14, 16.
All right, and save for half. That is a 13. That is a save. He takes 8 points of damage. As the lightning comes down, strikes right next to him, causes the water to sizzle, and the smell of ozone gets in everyone's nostrils. And just for a brief moment, Vanessa can feel a slight tingling in her feet as the water is electrified. No damage, just a slight tingle. All right. And now, I think that's everybody except Vanessa. She's got a whole round, and now I think she's the last one.
That's 7.
Who is?
Guy. He's 7 with his two-handed bastard sword.
Yeah, he just
I
went.
thought you attacked his arm.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
All right, Vanessa, you're the last one on the round.
Boris was also moving to
Oh, that's
attack.
right.
I don't know
That's right. Let's
if
see.
he gets to finish his move. I don't know if he can still attack.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Thank you. Vanessa had begun chanting at the beginning
Yes.
of the round to harness mighty omnipotent benevolence. Allow me to harness the light of the blend to blind this creature so that he may be defeated. And she snaps her finger and hurls her hand forward to cast Spark of Blinding.
Okay. And let's see if there's a saving throw.
There is, for negation, I believe.
Of course there is. The buggers.
We're getting there. We're almost. Song of Sloogie. Soul Theft. Yeah, that's what you want. Saving throw. None. The spell causes a brilliant but tiny spark of light to flash before a creature's eyes, blinding it for 1d4 rounds. So, because of your excellent casting, you may roll the d4 twice to see if you can get a longer time.
All right.
Oh, look at
Roll
this.
2 at a time.
Hold on. The roll's fine, but I'm just going to read the spell, right? It says saving throw none, and then in the description it says a successful saving throw versus spell negates this effect.
That's what I thought I read, but when I see it now.
Oh,
it says
wait,
none.
hold on. I think that, okay, so this is the way I'm reading it. Before that it says, during that time the creature fights as if blinded and makes all saving throws at a -2 penalty. So if he makes a saving throw, his saving throws are at normal chances. All right.
Yeah.
So, what did you get on your D4s?
With advantage, or is it adding?
Yeah. No, it's with advantage.
4 rounds.
Okay. Okay. And priest can cast this spell only above ground and in the presence of the sun. Okay. All right. And now we are at the resolution jam. So, Pikel, anyone everybody but Boris could take and Shadrach could take a half move. Well, no, not Vanessa. So, Bart and Guy and Pikel can all take half moves, but you would be subjected to attacks of opportunity.
No, if Guy's on top of this guy, he's going to keep chopping this guy.
Okay, hearing nothing else, at the end of the round...
Never mind.
Bart, yes or no?
I was going to try to move behind him, but I'm not going to. We'll just stay where I am.
Okay. At the end of the round, Paco takes another hit point of damage. So he is now... blood has started to soak into the beachy-like sand and is starting to float into the water and downstream past Guy. All right. That is the end of the round. We go to round 4, actions, and the one people that are up front would be Guy.
Attack.
Bart.
Casting.
Oh, at the end of the last round, I want to roll morale for the beast. That is a failure. It flees. Will the giant take an attack of opportunity on the donkey? No. Okay, so the donkey is now off the board. Bloop. Okay, Guy attack. Bart.
Casting.
Pikel.
I'm not sure.
We'll come back to you then. Vanessa.
Moving to Paco.
Move, okay. Boris.
Attack.
Shadrach.
Windlash attack.
Pikel.
I guess attacking.
Okay.
We'll see.
So now, let's see. Who hasn't rolled initiative in a while? I think Shadrach should roll a d10 for initiative.
I was going to say it was D, but okay.
Roll.
He hasn't rolled shit all night.
Beat a 6.
I rolled a 5.
All right. Nobody in very fast. In fast, any spells? What?
I'm 4, so normal.
4 is average. Shadrach.
5.
5. Okay. How many rounds has this been? Just 3?
3 out of 8, sir.
Okay. So Windlash, and you remember the range on that?
120 feet. 5 yards per level. 40 yards.
I already forgot how many squares that was. I think it was 24, wasn't it?
I could reach him before from the other shore, so I'm pretty sure I can reach him still.
28, yeah. 28 inches. And you are, just to give you an exact...
I might be right at the edge.
No,
but I'm pretty sure I can hit him.
You're
That's my thought.
13 squares away. So, roll to hit. Yeah, or if you want to move, half move now and roll, you can do whatever.
I'm going to roll the hit. It's the same thing no matter which way I do it. So.
Okay.
I had armor class 0.
You're at a plus 1 for a flank.
Well, I had armor class -1.
That is a hit. Roll Dinkus.
16, that's plus 0.
Roll
so
Dinkus.
16 points.
16 points.
I'm not sure if he has to save versus knocking down. I think he's large, so he probably doesn't have to save.
He's huge,
You can
technically.
check that, but I'm just going to say he probably just takes 16 points.
He's like a cracking sound across his back right shoulder. Ah! And Vanessa, from where you're standing, you kind of put your hand up as you feel like a little bit of a spray of some kind of hard material hitting the front of you as you're as you're getting ready to splash towards Paco.
You know what it is, Vanessa.
Shards of stone.
No, it's just wind and water. Just wind. Yeah, well, that too. Yeah, I get what you're saying. No, I see what you're saying now.
All right, with that hit, the giant is starting to look hurt. You can tell he's like fighting in the third round. He's starting to slow down a little bit. Yes.
Remember, he's blinded, please. For 4 rounds.
Yes. Okay. So that was Shadrach, and that was on average.
Yeah, because the key goes on slow apparently.
Okay. No, I think Guy is using a weapon that might be a different speed.
Well, his weapon speed is 7. I know that much.
Let's double check it.
It's the bastard sword 2-handed. And it was 7 the last time I looked.
It is, hold on. Bastard sword, huh?
Bastard.
It is
You know it's geese.
It is average 6.
Yay! Oh, no, it's 7. My bad.
A 7 would still be average.
For a weapon.
And,
I get it.
An 8 would be
Weird.
an 8 would be slow.
But a 7 spell is slow.
Correct.
That's weird. Okay.
What's fast spell, Cobb? 1 to 3?
Correct.
I should have went then.
So 5 to 6 is average. That's crazy. Go 4 to 6. My bad.
Go ahead, Bart.
So,
I try to grab a hold of the giant, and I teleport straight up 1,000 feet.
Gotta make that successful grab.
I know.
Cobb, I got one thing to say. How high? All the way. Cobb knows what I mean.
17. Make a grab.
I had a character in a superhero game, Daryl, who could have telekinesis. But I would just lift people as high as I could and let them just drop.
Right.
Cobb would be like, how high? I'd be like, all the way.
All right.
By the way, I still have another ball.
Brad, that's a good idea, but you'd have to move to
Why would
touch.
I have to move? He's in the same square as me.
No.
Just wiggled out of his grip.
He is 1 square away from you. He has a reach of 3. You have a reach of 1.
Bah.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
He just tried to grab him.
Whatever.
So
That's why Guy struck his arm. Because he had grabbed Bart. And he was like, chop.
would you like to cast a different spell? You can't move and cast a spell
Magic missile.
unless the spell says you have to do that.
Magic missile.
Magic missile. All right. 5d4 plus 5, please.
8, 12, 14, 19 points.
19. Once again, blam, 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 all up his right side, on his arm, underneath his arm, his right leg. You can see he's looking pretty hurt now. There's blood coming out of this big monkey. All right, who is next?
Windlash on 5.
Windlash, you already went. All right, if there are no other fast spells, then we'll go to the Bastard Sword. Oh, and Boris, you move on fast, and where do you want to be?
Right next to the
Threatening-
giant.
threatening
I'm moving
the
up
giant?
to attack.
Okay, that's right
And
there.
I'm invoking my rage, my frenzy.
What does that look like?
That's nothing.
I hit armor class 3.
What does that look like, Brush Runner?
I begin to whirl and spin as I draw my axe from my belt. And I herky-jerky motions, leaping and twisting and spinning as I make myself a harder target to hit.
Nice. Gee,
Constantly in motion.
there's something weird going on next to you, and you look and you see Boris doing all this capoeira shit. Woo, 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 woo.
Now, I'm hip. I know what Boris can do. I've seen him leaping over piles of people. I've seen it.
All right, and on average now, well, actually, when do you go? What's your weapon speed there, Boris?
I believe it is a 4.
Well, 4 would go then. You race up and you start to herky-jerky, whirsy-dursy, and then you swing with an axe, I think?
Yeah. And my Sacco for 12 would make me hit a -4
That is
Yes.
a hit. Roll Dinkus.
against large.
Against, huge.
1d4 plus 3.
That's hand axes are bad against.
Hey, 7. That's max for me.
All right, you must have hit a vital. He put his hand up to like block and try to like push you away, and your axe sinks deep into the meat of his hand under his thumb, and you hear a. And as you look, he's like, "Ah!" And his thumb's dangling off, just barely hanging on by a tendon and a piece of skin, and blood spraying out into the air. More than
You should not be throwing stones.
more than even what Paco's draining out. Okay, Vanessa,
That's
how do
probably an ambassador.
you move? In what fashion would you like to move towards Paco?
Running fashion.
Like straight to him, or are you gonna?
Yes.
Bobber weave.
How is the stone so big I can't move it?
Paco got
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, here's the thing. If you run straight to Paco, you will be. Actually, you won't. You will run straight there into the threatening area, not out of. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're right there in front of the giant, and the boulder kind of like I'm in my mind it just kind of rolled past and into the water, and like Boris is like right next to it fighting. So
Okay,
it's
so
not
he's
laying
not
on him.
pinned by the boulder.
Correct.
Do I have to be on that side of him then? Can't I be on the opposite side away from the giant?
Sure. If you
I'm not sure.
go to
I'm not
there,
sure which one was Paco.
Paco's
I thought it
right
was the
here, laying down.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah,
There you go.
Paco's right by the donkey and everything.
I was unaware that he was right there, but I still want to go to him, and if it puts me in danger, then that's what it does. But he's blind; he don't know I'm there.
So you can be there,
Or
you can be there, or whatever. So
I want to be at Paco and start administering first aid.
okay, and that is what you do. And Guy has gone, Boris has gone, Bart has gone, Shadrach has gone. Pikel, I think you are the last one.
Alright.
So, what are you attacking with?
Swinging my axe.
Melee?
Yeah.
Alright, so you move up one square, and you're like next to Guy's right side, and you're on Boris's left, and you roll to hit.
I'll take your word on that. I get reading glasses. Well, minus, I don't know what my deck was anymore.
I will tell you.
come on, baby.
16.
Chop his ankle.
You get advantage from flank. Come on now.
Alright, so I get +2.
I don't know, why do you get +2?
Oh, is it flanking?
No, you're in the front squares.
Oh my! I thought he was flanking him. My bad.
So I hit the armor class of 4.
Oh.
Okay, you guys need an armor class of 0.
Oh no.
I'll give you that
I thought it
one.
was like 3.
I'll give you that one for free, because why not?
The course is on +1, so it's a 3, so...
I forget stone giants are tough. That's their thing. Dang,
Okay,
stone giant.
you chop into the knee of this giant, and it just clang like you recognize. It feels like you should be using a chisel right now instead of an axe.
Alright, well, I was going to be the bludgeoning damage, so I figured I'd use that.
No, I just said you need to hit armor class of 0, so he's not immune. You just got to roll better.
Oh.
You glance up and read that.
Okay, yeah.
Better, man.
Blindsiding with the axe.
What did you roll?
Roll a 12.
Okay. So yeah, you need a 16. Okay. We finally go to Slow, and it is the giant's turn, who's wildly swinging around, part of his left hand dangling off. He's bleeding out of his right side. His shoulder hurts. He does a wild swing, and if he's blind, he can't tell who he's swinging at, so he just kind of, and I would like everybody but Shadrach, so we'll just start with Boris. Make a charisma check, please. And the person who rolls the lowest is going to get attacked.
26.
Pikel, you're up. Pikel, roll a d20 and add your charisma.
Yeah, I just added. I'm acid and I've been drinking bourbon, so nice. 22.
All right, you're the winner so far. Guy, roll a charisma check.
24.
Nope, still Pikel. Vanessa, charisma check.
Oh my goodness. 25.
Oh, still Pikel. And Bart, roll a charisma check, please.
19.
Oh.
What's your charisma, Bart?
So 13. So 33.
All right, Pikel, you're the winner. And that's kind of good because, if I remember correctly, dwarves have when over blah blah blah, they suffer a -4 penalty to attack you. So not only is he blind, but there's also a -4. So he has a -8 to hit you.
That's pretty good.
Whoa!
That
Yay!
So let's see.
Because you're a runt.
Of
Okay.
all the people he couldn't attack, that's the best one.
All right, he rolls. Oh, not even with a he hits an armor class of 13.
Good.
That is a miss. Okay, and he's just like, "Rah!" Okay, so everybody except Boris, Pikel, and Shadrach and Vanessa. So it's just Bart or Guy. You guys could take a half move right now if you want.
No.
You will be subjected.
Can I move and attack? Can I?
Did you get us subjected? Are you subjected because it's blind? Because that'd be silly.
Well, that's not. That's your interpretation. As the dungeon master, I just go by what the rules say, and there's nothing that says attacks of opportunity are removed from blood. They can still hear people moving and take an attack.
Right.
So, okay. So, Bart or Guy, do you wish to take a half move anywhere or stay put?
He will try to flank the giant.
Guy will try to flank the giant. Okay, on Boris's side or on Bart's side?
Boris' side.
I let him move through.
All right, so you move through friendly squares. Once you get to this square right here, you are subjected to an attack of opportunity.
I'll take it.
But he has a -4 to hit you.
So,
He hits an armored class of 1.
no, if he's -4, he didn't hit me.
Miss! All right, so you make to his flank. Now, do you want to stay in the flank? You theoretically have
Yeah.
1,
No, I'll stay in the flank.
2, 3. If you move 4 squares, you can move others if you'd like.
I'll stay in the flank right there.
Okay. Okay, so that's now with end of the round resolutions. Vanessa, you get out your stuff and you start pressing on Paco's wound,
yes.
and you stop the bleeding there, and you bound his wound, so he does not lose any more hit points and during the resolution phase. And that is that, and now I have to roll this. Okay.
I'm not even sure what this painting is behind me. I just definitely looked at it. I think it's like the ring race or some shit. I'm not sure.
I like it though.
The
It ain't bad. Yeah, it's like a Missouri sunset. I get it. I've
the
never really looked at it because I've had other shit on my mind. If it was more colorful, I might have said something. But now I look at it like, oh, I kind of like it. It's kind of somber.
does he have a no? I don't think so. Okay. No. Okay. The giant lets out a huge bellowing rage. And it echoes somehow in the rocks and the stream and the forest. Bounces off these rocks right here, and you can, it's just like, wow, crazy. And then we move to the next round, and that is the end of round 4. We go to round 5. The giant is not looking good at all. He's looking like he's on his last legs. So,
Casting.
we got Bart casting, Vanessa,
Casting.
Michael,
Doing something. Attacking, I guess.
Yeah, baby.
Boris,
Attacking.
Guy,
Attack.
Shadrach.
Moving.
All right, Bart rolled initiative. D10, please. Beat a 4.
2.
All righty. On fast. Any actions?
Magic missile.
All
Chance
right.
moving.
Roll damage.
4. 8. Damn, this is a good one, dude. 12. 14. 19 points.
19 points.
Yep.
Describe the end of the giant.
Both of energy stick out with my fingers, hit the giant, and blast it right gets under his arm and in his chin. Balls, I guess.
And with that, the giant does a clutch and then falls straight backwards, splashes into the stream and kind of lays there half submerged. And as blood starts to come out and flow down the river. And we are now, well, we'll just go for the rest of this round. So, did anyone else that wanted to attack, you can attack now, or you can wait till the end of the round and do something different. Does anyone want to take a free swing at the giant?
Guy will take a free swing at the giant.
All right, roll anything but a 1.
Just number
15.
All right, what do you do?
I slice his arm at the wrist. I chop again. Ha!
All right,
I take his hand off.
you take his hand off. Very good. And you retrieve it, or do you let it go downstream?
No, it was trying to grab Bart. I just leave it lay there.
All
And then
right.
I'm like, Paco!
Okay, so Vanessa, I think you said you were casting.
Yes.
Okay, what are you casting?
The speed is slow. It's cure serious wounds.
Well, I think Shadrach was moving. So Shadrach, where are you moving to? Are you trying to rejoin the
I'm
others?
at the road. I'm
Huh?
at the road. Across the stream from everybody else, standing so they can see me in human form.
Okay, you don't have to move for that. There you are.
No, at the road.
Well, there really isn't. I mean, okay, you can come over here then. That's fine.
Yeah, there you go. Right
Okay.
on.
All right. So those of you that were going to attack but no longer had to, now it's the end of the round. So Boris and Pikel, what would you like to do? We'll start with.
If it has hair, I would shave its head off, or I'd cut a giant cloth of its hair off.
It did not. It was like totally bald, like Mr. Clean.
Oh, well, that's not. Does it have pubic hair? It doesn't specify which giant hair I need.
Anything else?
Chad will cast if he can. When he
Okay,
can.
go ahead, Boris.
Boris will pilfer the giant, start poking around, see if it's carrying any pouches or sacks or bloated bags of treasure.
Well, let's see. Okay.
Loaded bags of treasure. Loaded
Bags of treasure. Bloated bags of treasure.
You should
I
have
like
killed
that.
it first.
It sounds good.
Okay. No, we don't want that one.
Oh, pain!
All right.
Pain!
Yeah. Chad, is there a cave over there?
There might be a lair nearby.
God forbid there's a couple gems in that bag.
Okay, let's see. It doesn't. Okay, according to what I'm seeing here.
Oh, really? According to what you're saying.
You find around its loincloth like a pouch, but it doesn't look like anything valuable. As a matter of fact, it looks like tools. Like there's a very large, ultra-sized, heavy hammer that you have a hard time even like pulling out of the pouch, and the chisel.
Wow.
These are like, you know, four times the size of what you might have seen if you had spent any time in a place where they used those kind of tools. But you're
I've
from
got some knowledge of artistic tools.
you're from the plains, and they did a lot of mud and grass things, not a lot of stone.
Right.
So,
Just saying.
so yeah, that's what you find, and that's it.
I'm
Unfortunately,
gonna keep that big ass pouch that's holding the hammer too big for me to carry.
okay.
I'm gonna
So,
dump the shit out of it, and I'm gonna keep that pouch for a sleeping bag.
That's a dick pouch.
all right, add that to your inventory. One giant belt pouch.
A belt pouch.
All right, and then you going to bed already?
Yep, just about.
All right, give me 1 second, boys. I'll be right back to wrap this up.
That's all I need.
Get that dick pouch, baby.
All good.
Dick pouch.
He sure did have
I got a
a big hammer.
I got a sleeping bag.
Hey, man, the next character I make, his name's gonna be Dick Pouch.
I'll make it William Pouch. Don't be out.
I'll cuddle with anybody. My name's Dick Pouch. I'll cuddle with a shrimp. Okay.
Make it William Pouch is clever.
I love you so much.
I'm Bill Pouch. This is my friend Will Pouch. This is my friend Dick Pouch. We're not related.
Richard Pouch.
There you go.
I'm Richard
There's a-
Pouch. I don't know any of these people.
There's a song from the 90s. I can't remember who did it, but I think the title is "Kiss Me, I'm Dick." And it's hilarious. It's one of them Seattle bands put it out.
That's the problem. Kiss me. Really, you got Google and you got YouTube. Come on, Daryl, you done called it. I'm going to call bullshit unless you can prove it.
Oh,
Dick Pouch.
ain't no Dick Pouch. I think it's called "Kiss Me, I'm Dick." I'll look it up later.
Oh, boo. It's 3 seconds. Come on, boo, Google. I'm going to do
Trying to play a game here, man.
No,
I think if you Google "Kiss Me, I'm Dick," you might come up with the bunch.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to type that in.
No, I don't care. So by now, I have no shame whatsoever.
All right.
My name is Dick Pouch. My name, what was it again, Daryl?
Yeah, I'm dead.
You tell me.
What did you just say?
Kiss me, I'm Dick.
Kiss me, I'm Dick. Okay.
All
And
right.
He says several things. He says, "Fuck me, I'm Dick. Suck
I
me,
got
I'm
kiss me,
Dick."
I'm shit-faced.
Okay.
That's not it.
Dropkick Murphy. The
all right.
Dropkick Murphys are pretty old. I'm going to go with the Dropkick Murphys.
Anything after? So now we're out of turn order. So I'd like everyone to give me one last thing they would like to do, their character to do before We stop. Daryl's got his hand up already, so let's go.
I was casting in that last round, and it was slow, but I was casting Cure Serious Wounds.
Okay. Go right ahead.
All right. On Paco, of course. Oh, I grabbed a D10. It is 2D8. Where's the other 8? Oh, it's here. Son of a bitch, there it is. All right. Plus 3. That's 15.
Paco is fully cured.
Let the light of the blend heal this warrior, this innocent man who helps others. Bring life back to him. It's not your time, Paco.
Paco, roll percentile.
Oh no! Oh no! 58.
Okay. Paco opens his eyes. All his wounds close. New skin grows over. And he feels great and is able to resume whatever he would like to do. His health and vitality are fully restored.
I'm out of here.
And they help him up.
Can Guy move to him?
Sure.
Yeah.
He moves to him and cradles him and says, Paco, are you all right?
Okay, so that was Vanessa. You have one. This is our last thing. Does Vanessa want to do anything for the last part of this game?
And she helps Paco up. She says, let the light of the blend give you life, and you now know the strength of the blend.
Guy kneel, my lady.
All right.
Question, Chad.
Bart, anything last from you?
I'm putting up a limb and secure shelter. There's all to hang.
Yay!
Okay. Shadrach, anything last from you?
Shadrach will try to cross the creek. If I have to shape change to avoid swimming, let me know.
Yes, you will, because unless you want to find a place where it's crossable, crossing right here will require swimming.
Shadrach will wave his hand and say, I can't swim. But I'll step into the water and turn into a salamander and swim across and turn back into human form.
Is Shadrach missing any hit points?
Enough to gain them back quickly.
Roll a d6.
I probably got to roll like... Okay, yeah, I got like 4 points. I'm good.
That's not how that works. How many hit points are you missing?
I'm missing 4.
Okay, and you rolled, and the d6, you got a what?
A 4.
Okay, now roll a d6 again.
Oh my god. Oh, a 1.
Okay, so out of your 2 shape changes, you got back 3 hit points.
Yeah, Shad's fine. Yeah, he's fine.
Okay. Boris, any last thing?
No, sir.
Okay, and Pikel, any last thing?
Alright, goes trashed out his ass in the car.
Okay.
The donkey's alive. The donkey's better off than Paco.
Pikel, do you do anything that would increase your chance of finding a scared and running off donkey?
Well, he's attached to a cart, so I looked at the wheel tracks.
All right, roll your tracking.
Alright, what would... 15?
Okay, do you have tracking?
I'm not tracking, but I rolled a 15.
Okay, so yeah, you just don't pick up any tracks. You probably there must be some hard ground where this thing ran off. So we will pick up the next game right there with Pikel looking for the mule and cart, and everyone else standing around the corpse of the giant. And any last words from anybody?
That was fun.
Shad's across the river. Shad's at the road across the river.
Yeah.
Other than that, everybody's good.
Any last words of... Thank you, Daryl.
No.
All right. Then we will see you all next week.
I
Good,
love y'all.
good night.
Thank y'all. Love you.
Yep.